The National Junior College Athletic Association, the Southwest Junior College Football Conference, and Tyler Junior College promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the facility. The NJCAA and Tyler Junior College thank you for your support and cooperation. In accordance with the City of Tyler, smoking is prohibited within Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Also, in accordance with the City of Tyler, pets are prohibited from all public outdoor athletic venues, including Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Thank you for your cooperation. This afternoon's event is brought to you by the NJCAA, the Southwest Junior College Football Conference, and Tyler Junior College. The NJCAA supports 48 national championships with individual and team champions in 28 different sports for men and women. The NJCAA continues to proudly serve as the official national governing body for two-year intercollegiate athletics. Visit the NJCAA online at www.njcaa.org. Your attention, please. Will the concession supervisor, please report to the press box, please. Thank you. For the latest information on all of Apache athletic teams and events, including news, schedules, results, live scoring, live webcast, and more, visit www.apacheathletics.com. The official website of Apache Athletics, that's www.apacheathletics.com.
TJC on the board.
Apache football is brought to you by Tyler Junior College, the College of East Texas, by Citizens First Bank, by Dairy Queen, by North Tyler Veterinary Clinic, by Guild Mortgage in Longview and Tyler.
Goes downfield, intercepted again. Seth Glenn for Tyler at the 50. Glenn to the 49-yard line, second pick of the night.
By Davis Green Paint and Body, by Jim's Jewelers, by Majors Pharmacy, by American Gold and Diamond Exchange, and by Tyler Ford.
That's an Apache touchdown.
Now, it's Apache football time in East Texas. Here's Bill Coates and Kevin Simon.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium this afternoon. The Tyler Junior College Apaches take on the Broncos from New Mexico Military. out of Roswell, New Mexico, in the Southwest Junior College Football Conference. The TJC Apaches out to snap a 2-game losing streak and take a step toward the playoffs. As play opens today, the Apaches come in with a 5-2 overall record, 3-2 in the league, ranked number 14 in the nation. But they come off a loss to Trinity Valley last week, and 2 weeks ago, Navarra beat them here. New Mexico Military's had a rough season. Coach Joe Fortuner's team is 0-5 in conference play. They've had some close losses. I think they're better than their record, but Kevin Simon, after what's happened to TJC the last 2 weeks, they got to worry about themselves.
Yeah, it's time for TJC to get back to their winning ways after 2 disappointing losses, including that loss at Trinity Valley where they were throttled, and that's going to be a tough game to recover from. I'm still not sure if the Apaches have recovered from that Navarro loss, but today would be a good day to do that.
And they're changing quarterbacks. Brendan Wooten has a broken fibula, so the freshman Nick Gerber starts today.
And when it comes down to it, the Apache offensive line has to do a little bit better job of protecting the quarterback. They struggled late against Navarro. They struggled all week last week against Trinity Valley. It starts up front. They have to protect Gerber.
It is a humid Saturday afternoon. The Apaches and the Broncos from New Mexico Military coming up on our pregame show. Head coach Danny Palmer previews today's game on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
So, the only thing more expensive than a college degree is not having one. But you already knew that. You know that all the good jobs require more than a high school diploma. And you know that the college grads make more money than non-college grads. And you know that TJC is only 1/3 the cost of most public universities. So if you know all this, why don't you do something about it? Learn more about the 120-plus degree and certificate options at tjc.edu and join the thousands of successful graduates from TJC since 1926.
92.1 FM, the Team.
The Apaches are back home this afternoon at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium against the Broncos from New Mexico Military Institute. And Danny Palmer is with us as we get ready for today's game. Coach, first of all, folks are going to want to know and want me to ask you, what's gone wrong these last 2 weeks and what can you do to make it better today?
Well, we haven't played well in the second half against Navarra. Offensively or defensively. And from the very beginning of the game against Trinity Valley, they played harder, ran harder, tackled harder than we did. We're not going to change anything. Nick Gerber is going to be our quarterback. We're in the picture, still in the picture for a lot of things, in the picture for the playoffs. Yes, we've lost 2 in a row. We haven't played very well. We haven't tackled well on defense, and we haven't blocked well enough on offense. I like this team. I'm very, very anxious to play this game this afternoon, and so are our players.
I know you were impressed with one thing last week. Game got out of hand. There were a couple of things that happened near the end of that ball game that showed a fair amount of character on this ball club against Trinity Valley, were there not?
Well, there's no doubt about it. And also against Navarra, when we held them out of the end zone after they made a long run that probably to them cinched the ball game, but they were lining up to kick a field goal, which they made. But I was glad that they were kicking a field goal, and we held them, and then we also stopped them from scoring. And 3 or 4 times there in the fourth quarter, Trinity Valley had it down inside the 2 and ended up kicking a field goal. They did a good job. They played well, but you're right. That shows whatever you want to call it, character, playing good defense, doing what you're coached to do, reaching back and finding something at the end of the game that you can hang your hat on and get ready for the next game.
Now, Brendan Wooten, your starting quarterback all year, out. Talk a little bit about losing him and what Nick Gerber brings to the table now as your starter for these last 2 games.
Well, of course, Brendan Wooten was the first one to tell Gerber, okay, everybody's got confidence in you. I heard 2 or 3 of the linemen tell him when it happened, hey, you're the quarterback. We believe in you. Our whole entire team believes in him. It's really hard to know that you're losing Brendan Wooten after all that we've been through. He's played well all year, of course, brought us back in the Blend victory and played well against Cisco and, of course, played great against NEO. Yes, it's a big loss, but, Aaron Rodgers is lost to the Green Bay Packers, and they still got to play games. And somebody talk about the loss, Tennessee's worst loss when they lost a couple of weeks ago to Georgia was the worst loss they had since 1905. And I think this was the last week's game was the worst since 2006, so it's not quite as long. But we're ready to play today. I have a lot of confidence in our players, and I know they're ready to play. They've practiced ready to play.
This New Mexico team kind of an interesting ball club. Haven't won in the league yet, but they're a better team than that, are they not?
I'm telling you, Coach Ryan Mayon called me late last night, and he said he was letting me know. He said, I've already seen it on film. Their defensive front's probably the best one in the conference. They are really, really good. They're hard to run on. They've got some big guys in there, and they substitute about 8 or 9 players. Everybody will see that today. Wow, why has this team not won very many games? And it's for different reasons of injuries or anything like that. But we're only concerned about this game, prepared all week like we have to Mexico military, and that's real important that we play well and we execute well today, just like all coaches want their team to do. But it's a whole lot more enjoyable, and I told the players, remember how you felt after you beat Glenn. Remember how you felt after you beat NEO. We have to get that same feeling back.
And you, of course, need these last 2 wins against these guys in Kilgore, don't you?
Yes, we do. But this one's the one that counts, and anything else can happen. The goals are still there to make the playoffs.
Coach Palmer and the Apaches about to get it on with New Mexico Military's Broncos this afternoon here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, and our pregame show continues after this timeout.
Since 1977, animal lovers have been getting the best help for their pets and livestock from Doctors Mike Williams and Marcus Alexander at North Tyler Veterinary Clinic. Get your pet preventative care like heartworm treatment and annual rabies vaccinations. Call 595-3631 for an appointment. You can call for emergencies or mobile ranch service too. At North Tyler Veterinary Clinic, Highway 271 and the Loop in Tyler, proud sponsors of today's game.
92.1 FM, the team.
Gerber steps up, throws downfield. He's got a guy out there, and that's Ward again. And this is 6, and this time it'll stand. A perfect throw to the near corner of the end zone to Joe Ward, touchdown Apaches. That was one of the few highlights last week for the Apaches. They had a rough afternoon in Athens, losing to Trinity Valley 55-6. The game started and ended badly for Tyler Junior College. Their second consecutive loss. They do bring a 5-2 record into today's game here at the stadium against New Mexico Military, and they're 3-2 in the conference. And they can accomplish everything they want to if they can win. Nick Gerber will take over for the injured Brendan Wooten, who broke a bone in his leg last week. Gerber from Levelland through that touchdown pass to Joe Ward. He was last year's Class 4A Player of the Year, built for in Texas high school football, but this is his first start.
This is a big spot for me, especially, but I think I'm ready for it. I'm surrounded by great players on offense and on defense, and I got good coaches that are going to prepare me well, so I think I'll be ready Saturday.
Most of your early work was kind of
Get your feathers up and join the Apache Band and Bells in the TJC spell out, followed by the fight song. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise for the playing of the Tyler Junior College alma mater. The Apache Band staff includes Micah Bell, Tom McGowan, Dr. Stephen Meyer, Heather Minch, and Julie Crawford. Touch of Gold director is Jenna Hawk. Apache Bells are under the direction of Jacelyn Schaefer, artistic director Chrissy Evans, and graduate assistant Victoria Pulley. Apache cheer coaches are Tammy Rose and Emma Wilson. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. We'll have our national anthem once both ball clubs have returned to the playing field.
Play within the offense. Don't force anything. Don't try to be the star. And I think the Apaches can get out of here with a win.
The Apaches and the New Mexico Military Broncos coming up here at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium. Some Saturday afternoon college football in the Southwest Junior College Football Conference coming up next on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
Your search for a home loan should start and end with Guild Mortgage, the Holyfield Group. Tom Holyfield has served East Texans and their mortgage needs for over 20 years. Guild Mortgage is located at 1300 Hollybrook Drive in Longview, Texas, 75605, and 6775 Old Jacksonville Highway, Suite 2 in Tyler, Texas, 75703. They're on the web at tomholyfield.com. Equal housing lender. Company NMLS number 3274. Tom Holyfield, NMLS number 210861.
What I love. What blizzard do I love? What I love. Cookies and candy and cake. Chocolate and caramel and fruit. Whatever flavors you love, you'll love them even more. Mixed into your favorite DQ Blizzard treat. For the blizzard you love, there's only one place in Texas to stop. DQ, that's what I love about Texas.
Ah, this is you. You graduated, maybe even took a semester off, and you're ready to choose your path. Well, TJC is one of the top colleges in the nation, and it's only a third of the cost of a state university. With more than 120 degrees and certificates, TJC has a program to help you get a jump start on the dream career you've always wanted. So get that backpack ready and sharpen those pencils. It's time to take hold of your destiny. So, ready to take that next step? We'll walk you through it. Find out more at TJC.
And here they come, your Tyler Junior College Apaches. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor our country, our service men and women, our veterans, also first responders, and those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice with the playing of our national anthem, conducted by Tyler Junior College Director of Bands, Jeremy Strickland.
The high school football last night and earlier this afternoon here on the team. The great game, but a disappointing overtime loss for the Texas Longhorns against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And this game today is between the Tyler Junior College and the Apaches and the Broncos from New Mexico Military. It has implications for the playoffs for the Tyler Junior College Apaches. Kevin Simon, they are in a position right now where they desperately need a win coming off 2 in a row. And they bring a 3-2 record. They got up to number 2 in the nation a couple of weeks ago, lost at home to Navarra, and then lost badly to Trinity Valley last week. So the Apaches need this win today, and to assure a playoff spot, they also need to win next week against Kilgore on homecoming here.
A very winnable game today for the Apaches. Again, they have enough offense and defense to win this game. They just have to come out and execute. And that's been the trouble the last 2 weeks, or at least the last game and a half. The Apaches have to get that turned around.
The Apaches have their captains on the field right now, Willie Allen being one of them, Ethan Rose and Cody Fletcher also out there. There is a fourth captain for the Tyler Junior College Apaches, Jared Johnson. Tyler in their home unis today. They wear a black pant and jersey with gold numerals, a black helmet trimmed in gold and white, and the black and gold TJC logo. The New Mexico military team with dark pants and tops, a white jersey with black numerals. And again, last year, the Apaches and the Broncos played in Roswell, New Mexico, and they were both ranked in the top 20 at that time. And Tyler won, but that was a high-scoring game, the two teams combining for 106 points. The Apaches have won the toss, and they have deferred their option, so they are going to be on defense first, Kevin, and we'll see how their defense stacks up against a New Mexico military team that has a good but not great offense statistically, at least not this year.
Well, in terms of total offense, they're at the bottom of the conference of the Apaches, and get their defense out there and make a stop, force a punt, and maybe get their offense on track. That'll be good to see. They need to make that happen.
Blenn's 5-1, Trinity Valley 4-1, Northeastern Oklahoma 4-2. The Apaches are 3-2. Navarra and Kilgore are both 2-3, and that's where the problem comes in, because the Apaches still have to play. Well, they've already lost to Navarra, and they play Kilgore next week. So while they are in fourth place right now, they are anything but assured of a playoff spot.
Yeah, this one will take them a long way if they can get out of here with a win, a long way in securing the playoff spot. And again, it's a winnable game. The Apaches just need to come out and execute, get their heads in the game, and I think they can do that.
For those of you joining us today on KTBB.com and ETFinalScore.com, we appreciate it. Coach Forstner at New Mexico Military told me earlier this week that there's some of you out in Roswell who might be listening in as well, and for that, we appreciate appreciate that and hope you enjoy it. It's a hot, for a late October, it's a humid, overcast afternoon here at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rowe Stadium on Earl Campbell Field. Earl Campbell, of course, a Heisman winner. New Mexico Military's most famous football alum is Roger Staubach.
Oh, it's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Speaking of Heisman Trophy winners.
It's a pretty good one.
And Texas legends. And the Apaches will kick it off. New Mexico Military will be going left to right. The question about the Broncos is the status of their quarterback, Monty Turner, who is battling injuries. If he plays, then that's a big lift for the Broncos. If not, they've got three other guys that they'll put in there. But Turner has been the starter. Dunlop's kick from the 35 is away. It is returnable from the 1-yard line, and New Mexico Military will bring it upfield. 15, 20, 25 out to the 30-yard line. The Bronco return man tackled near the 30-yard line, and Xavier Smith will return it out near the 30-yard line. The Apache defense, Timothy Pyogafe, Marcel Southall, Darian Wilson, Detorian Smith, the scheduled starters along that defensive front, with a linebacker group that includes Robert Williams, Cody Fletcher, Ethan Rose, the strong safety. Cornerbacks Cameron Solomon and Jordan Pollard, DeQuaylen Thomas, Brandon Johnson are the Apache safeties.
Broncos weren't ready with a football, so that's the delay right now.
Got to bring a football, fellas.
Yeah. Left it in New Mexico, I guess.
Again, they wear a white jersey with a silver, kind of a gray numeral, and it looks like Brandon Perdue out of Simi Valley, California, will open as their quarterback. From near the 30-yard line, going left to right. The Apaches with 2 down linemen, 2 stand-up ends, and a 4-2-5, and a handoff for a short gain of a couple of yards upfield. And it'll be a second down and about 8. That time the running back for the Broncos was Jalen Jackson out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada. He comes in with 137 yards rushing. That's a gain of about 2. It'll be second down and 8, just underway from the 31-yard line out of the shotgun. 1 back, 4 wide set, and they dump it out left side, complete the pass for a gain to Quaylen Thomas. Misses. There is a penalty flag. He gets it out to the 40-yard line. That would be a first down. Depending on what happens with the penalty, the pass completed to Cam Saunders, but again, a penalty flag in front of the New Mexico Military sideline over there is probably holding, wouldn't you think?
Well, it may have been offsides on the Apaches. It looks like the play will stand. That's a pretty good run. Yeah, it is offsides against TJC.
All right.
And that's a pretty good run after catch.
So that is a first down right near the 40-yard line. So the Apaches offside. You almost assume when it's thrown at the line of scrimmage these days, almost a holding penalty. There's so many of them called. The Tyler Junior College offsides. First down for the Broncos at the 39-yard line, going left to right. Again, let's double-check the quarterback, Jamie Roos. Well, there might be I'm going to call it Purdue. They've got Roos listed as the out of Orange, New Jersey, but he's wearing number 19. So I'm guessing it's Purdue, and the handoff going left. Tackle after a 1-yard gain is Jackson, and the Apaches are all over that play. And that in addition to Ethan Rose, Marquez Bird is in on that play. And so after a 1-yard gain, it'll be second down.
Good reaction by the Apache defense. I thought the ball carrier was going to be able to turn the corner. That was not the case.
All right, so it'll be a second down from the 40-yard line, second down and 9. Far side to short side. No score just underway here at Rose Stadium. On a Saturday afternoon, dump a pass on the left wing, and this is a quick pitch and catch for about 4 on a bubble screen in front of their bench. And it doesn't net a whole lot of yardage, but some positive yardage to Kaleo Aloha Pacero out of Hawaii, his 8th catch of the year.
Yeah, good job on that one.
I like that, huh? That's a name.
That is a name.
3rd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, good job by the Apache defense on that play as well. They got to do it one more time.
Kaleo Aloha Pacero, his full name. 3rd and 6 at the 44-yard line for the Broncos. Out of the shotgun, draw play, handoff to Jackson. Flags are down, and the Apaches are on Jackson. He breaks a tackle, and across midfield to the Tyler 42-yard line. 3 guys were on him. Was there a penalty flag?
No flag, but I heard a whistle. I thought I heard a whistle. Yeah, and everybody kind of paused for a split second, but the play stands, and it's a first down.
Okay, it is a first down, and he broke tackles to get it, too. Tyler had him short of the first down, and they might have heard the same whistle we did.
I think so.
All right, first down at the 43-yard line, going left to right. So back-to-back first downs and a handoff. Jackson looking to sweep near side, turns the corner downfield to the 38-yard line before Cody Fletcher and company make the tackle. Got some help from Ladarian Hudson, number 32, and Marquez Bird, number 40, but that's a 4-yard gain, and it'll make that a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 at the Tyler 38-yard line.
And that's too much on first down allowed by the Apache defense.
Again, Tyler's defense, like their offense, has struggled these past 2 weeks. From the second half of the Navarro game all the way through last week, 2nd and 5 at the 38 from the near hash. Handoff, Jackson outside. The Apaches are there, and they stone him at the line of scrimmage. Bird in on every play so far this afternoon, along with DeQuaylen Thomas, I should say, and Darian Wilson teaming up. Make it a 3rd down and about 5 coming up at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Apaches have to do a better job of tackling than they've done so far in this game. It's still early, but they've got to get that fixed.
Under 12 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. No score. New Mexico Military has the ball, though, and they've been moving it. 3rd down, though. The Apaches blitz. Back to pass. Looking. Purdue flushed out. Chase to the far side. Will run. Will get the 1st down out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Chased out of bounds to the 29-yard line. C.J. Ogden is also wearing number 19, but he's listed as a wide receiver. Kevin, you might go down to the coaches down at the next break and see whether it's Ogden, number 19, or Purdue number 18. He's the guy listed as a quarterback, and he's the so I'm thinking that's him, just wearing a different number. At the 29-yard line, Jackson on 1st down, tripped up at the line of scrimmage, and it's Cody Fletcher in on that tackle. So it'll be a 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1 on the play.
Really a loss of about a half a yard near the 30-yard line. So, again, a little bit of a question as to who the New Mexico Military quarterback is. I'm showing Purdue being number 18 at quarterback, but they've got a guy out there wearing a number 19 jersey right now. And so I'm guessing that it's Purdue, but we could be wrong on that. 3 receivers and a slot back, and Jackson in the backfield on a 2nd down and long. Tyler has 6 men up. Rolling out this time, the quarterback looking to throw. He's being chased by Jordan Crawford, throws it downfield and throws it away. Outstanding pass rush that time from Jordan Crawford, the TJC freshman out of Pearland. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, and good coverage by the Apache defensive backfield as well. That's nicely done now. Big 3rd down coming up.
3rd down in about 10 and a half, just inside the 30-yard line for the Broncos. Again, they go left to right here in the quarter. No score, but the New Mexico Military has kept it for about 5 minutes. 4 minutes and 30 seconds so far.
And 10 plays. So
and a long drive here so far. So from their point of view, they want to get something out of this. The Apaches want to give the ball back to their offense, and their freshman Nick Gerber snap the ball. Blitz coming. He throws near side. That ball is dropped at the 25-yard line. A high pass, climbing the ladder, Brendan McCoy, but he couldn't bring it down. It'll be 4th down, and this would be a very long field goal for Alex Alhumsi out of Temple Terrace, Florida. But he's hit a 48-yarder this year, and I think they're going to let him try one here.
Looks like it.
This would be a 47-yarder. He's already hit from this distance, and he's a left-footed kicker. So let's see how the Broncos fare on this first series, trying to get some points out of this. With 10 and a half to go here in the opening quarter, and no score, but the Apache defense does hold. The snap, the hold, the kick is on the way. It may have the distance. Did it hit the crossbar and falls down? No good. His field goal hit the crossbar. And the Tyler Junior College Apaches will give their offense a chance. It's still scoreless here in the first quarter.
Well, they come away empty-handed after an 11-play drive. They were on the move. Great job by the Apache defense to tighten up and keep them off the scoreboard.
Goalpost still kind of shaking down there after that ball doinked off the crossbar, and so it'll be TJC ball at the 30-yard line. Nick Gerber, the freshman from Levelland, has run for 59 and thrown for 287 this year. This is his first college start. His offensive line, Randon Haynes and Trace Barbosa are the tackles. Jared Johnson, the center. Willie Allen, Darren Landers are the guards. And the handoff on 1st down to Jaquez Russell, and Russell fights upfield for about 9 yards out to the 39-yard line. First start for Apache Jaquez Russell, the freshman running back from Jacksonville, Florida, to the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Nice first down run.
Yeah, tough run right up the middle, right over center. Good job by the offensive line as well.
At 32 carries for 105 coming in today, the Apaches have 5 different backs who have played extensively this year, and that's a good way to start off. So it's a 2nd down and short for Tyler Junior College. Again, this team has been able to run all year. The tight end is Justin Durant for TJC. And Cameron High, Joseph Ward, Terrell Wiley, and Jamal Bell open as the Apache wide receivers against this 4-3 look defense for the New Mexico Military Broncos. Here's Russell, and Jaquez is hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Nothing doing that time, as 3, maybe 4 of the white-shirted Broncos are there, including a Precious Agbevian, an Austrian linebacker, who steps into the hole. It'll be third down.
Well, they did a good job on that play and got a good push right up the middle.
Third down and 1 at the 39-yard line for Tyler Junior College. Gerber out of the shotgun. He's got Russell standing behind him. 2 receivers and a handoff to Russell. This is a first down as the Apaches punch it out to the 42-yard line for a 3-yard gain. And Tyler Junior College moves the chains. So the Apaches with a first down run of 3 yards on a third down and 1 upfield to the 42-yard line. Tyler.
TJC opened up with 3 straight runs right between the tackles, so they're just trying to establish their running game early.
I was about to say Tyler's averaging 34 points a game this year, but that was with Wooden, and now bootleg rollout by Gerber, and he's going to throw it downfield, and that's caught by Durant, and that's a first down for the Apaches. Rollout by Gerber, and Justin Durant, drag route across the middle, ball thrown behind him, but Justin with a nice catch for a first down.
That is a nice catch. Way to get his body around. Good enough pass to move the chains.
And it's a first down. The Apaches don't throw to the tight ends very often, but they do there to the 47-yard line. Snap it. Russell off left tackle. Russell hit to the 45-yard line. Picked up 2. A lot of smacking going on that play. Number 98, Kyle Moss, a big defensive lineman out of Orlando, Florida, makes the tackle for the Broncos. It'll be a second down and about 8 coming up.
Tough run again on first down. The Apaches are determined to run the football and help out the young quarterback.
8 minutes left. Opening quarter, no score. Tyler with a second down and 8 at the New Mexico Military 45-yard line. Keep it on the ground to Russell. Hit. Maybe a yard that time. Spun around that time after a short gain on the play. And the Apaches will face a third down and 7. Good job by the Broncos. And so now Tyler with a third down and long at the 44-yard line.
Not where they want to be, but see if the Apaches can put something together.
Joe Ward and Jamal Bell split out wide to the right side. Ball on the near hash for Tyler. Durant in the game as a tight end. They've also got Bryce Wimpa back in this week as the other tight end. Wimpa's had injury problems this year. Jared Johnson to snap it to Nick Gerber, the Tyler Junior College quarterback, a West Texas kid from Levelland. Snap it, third down, play action, looking, got time, throws down the right side. That's a foot race and over the outstretched arms of Jamal Bell at about the 10-yard line. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, good coverage by the defensive back to the right side of TJC's formation. Pinned the receiver to the sideline, made it a tough pass to complete. The Apaches will be forced to punt.
Daniel Duggan, the Tyler long snapper, and Tyler Dunlop, the Apache punter, come out. So TJC will punt. We've got 7:07 to go in the opening quarter. Both offenses cross midfield, but both of them failed to put up points, and so TJC looking to kick it away here. With 8 minutes, almost 8 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. Snap the ball to Dunlop, and his line drive kick is end over end. Will bounce at the 3 and go into the end zone. So that will officially be called a 44-yard punt, and the Broncos will take it first down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Here in the first quarter with the Apaches and the New Mexico Military Broncos in a scoreless game. Could you step down the hall real quick and check with their coaches? I think the quarterback, again, is Brandon Perdue, because he's listed as a quarterback. We have him on our roster as number 18, but he's wearing a number 19 jersey. Their number 19 that they have on this roster is C.J. Ogden, a freshman wide receiver, and they've got him listed at 5'11". This kid's bigger than 5'11". So I'm guessing that Perdue is the New Mexico Military quarterback. All right, there's a brief timeout on the field. Let's take a 30-second break. No score here in the opening quarter. Back in 30 seconds on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
So, the only thing more expensive than a college degree is not having one. But you already knew that. You know that all the good jobs require more than a high school diploma. And you know that the college grads make more money than non-college grads. And you know that TJC is only 1/3 the cost of most public universities. So if you know all this, why don't you do something about it? Learn more about the 120-plus degree and certificate options at tjc.edu and join the thousands of successful graduates from TJC since 1926.
92.1 FM, the Team.
That is Brandon Perdue at quarterback. Thank you to Kevin for checking, and Chuck Smith, the Associate Athletic Director at Tyler Junior College, for checking with their SID. Again, the numbers on the roster are different, but as I expected, Brandon Perdue, the 6'4" player out of Simi Valley, California, making his first start, is the New Mexico military quarterback. The coach, Joe Fortner, is in his 6th season and the 12th overall at the school. And now the Broncos from their own 20-yard line going from left to right here in the opening quarter in a scoreless ball game just over midway through the first quarter. A man goes in motion and a handoff and a bounce outside up to the 24-yard line. The running back this time is their number 26.
The handoff goes to Kadarius Pollard.
Kadarius Pollard that time.
Ethan Rose in on the tackle along with Marquez Bird.
And so Marquez Bird in on the tackle for Tyler Junior College. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Fake the handoff, and dropping the ball that time is the quarterback, and he has to fall on it. That was going to be a read option, and the quarterback pulled the ball out of there and then dropped it and falls on it back at the 28-yard line for a loss on that play.
Yeah, the running back Pollard and the quarterback Perdue were fighting over the football, and they're lucky to still have it.
3rd down and 6. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right against this Apache 4-2-5 look defensively. The strong safety, Ethan Rose, can either be a linebacker or a DB. Back to pass, Perdue. Hit as he throws upfield behind the intended receiver, incomplete at the 35-yard line. That pass intended for Eric Tolliver, a freshman out of Karen Crow, Louisiana. And it'll be a punt time coming up for the Broncos after the quarterback just missed that slant, and it looked like Tolliver was open that time.
Yeah, it was behind him, and the Apaches get a little bit of a break, but that's a nice job by the Apache defense to force a 3-and-out in the offense. Should get good starting field position.
Logan Robinson, a Floridian, averaging about 35 yards a kick, standing back at about the 9-yard line to kick it away.
Arturo Gutierrez in punt formation.
And so it'll be the Broncos to kick it away. This kick is high, not terribly deep, and fair caught at the 39-yard line. Not a bad kick. And a fair catch that time by Tyler's Ethan Rose, so the Apaches will take over at near the 40-yard line, depending on where they spot the ball, with 5:58 to go in the quarter. No score here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. The last game, the one just before us, was a low-scoring game as well. The Oklahoma State Cowboys defeating the Texas Longhorns 13-10 in overtime on a pass interception. And so the Apaches and the New Mexico Military Broncos, who came in giving up 30 points a game, 343 yards a game, evenly matched, about 172 on the ground, 172 through the air. And on a 1st down handoff, looking to bounce outside, here's J.T. Smith for about 2, as he got dragged down that time on the edge by one of the safeties, Juwan Perkins, for the Broncos after a gain of 2 yards for the very fast J.T. Smith.
Yeah, it really looked like Smith was going to be able to turn the corner, but a nice job by Perkins to bring him down.
Apaches from the near hash going right to left. Gerber and the Apaches have a double tight end offense with 2 receivers and a running back. Hand the ball off to Smith again. JT being hit in the backfield, and he's taken down at the 40-yard line, and it'll be a 3rd down and long coming up.
Well, again, the Apaches are really trying to establish their running game and just haven't had much of a chance to do that. Give their defense credit the way they've played so far.
3rd down and 10 at the 40-yard line, going right to left. Here on a 3rd down and long with 5 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. From the near hash, snap the football, play action, back to pass, throw the ball down the near side. That's Bell, who stepped out of bounds, caught the ball, but I don't think it'll count. Unless he was forced out of bounds, he came back in and caught the ball. If he was forced out, he can come back in. But there was a penalty flag down, and I'm wondering what exactly happened on that play. But Bell made a heck of a play, and I guess it's going to stand.
Yeah.
But it looked like he stepped out of bounds.
He did step out of bounds. That's why the referee threw his hat, but he picked it up, and they're going to let the play stand. But a nice job to go up and get that one.
Am I not right about the rule? If he's forced out,
right.
then he can come back in. And so that must be the ruling on the field. So it's a 1st down and a heck of a catch by Jamal Bell. And a nice throw by Gerber. So the Apaches have a 1st down at the 23-yard line. With Smith in the backfield, double tight ends. They fake the handoff and dump it downfield, and this is Durant again to the 11-yard line. Caught another 1st down pass. How about Justin Durant with his 2nd catch of the day? The Apaches have thrown the ball 3 times to tight ends this year. Bryce Wimpa caught a touchdown pass early in the year, and they've thrown 2 in the first quarter to Justin Durant.
And Gerber was cool under pressure, facing the defender in his face when he got rid of the football. Good job by Gerber as well.
And it's a first down at the 12-yard line. The side judge blows the whistle, and they want to talk it over here briefly. I guess the chain gang catch up, or is it... I think Wimpa, the tight end's having a problem.
Maybe had a helmet come off. Not sure what happened, but he's got to take a play off.
And so the Apaches will bring in Eric O'Quinn, one of their other tight ends. And the Apaches have gone pretty much double tight end all game long so far here in the early going. They want to establish the run. And on a first down at the 12-yard line, Smith in the backfield. Gerber takes the snap, hands it off to JT. JT inside the 10, fighting hard down to the 7-yard line. Tough running in among the big guys that time. Good blocking by the Apaches. And a gain of about 5 yards for J.T. Smith at the New Mexico Military 7-yard line.
That nice tough run by Smith right between tackles once again.
So it's a second down and 5 at the 7-yard line. Snap the football, hand it to Smith. Looking to get to the edge, broke a tackle, but only got a yard. Tripped up on the edge by one of the Bronco linebackers. Looked like Ben Amuve out of Palmer, Alaska, in on that tackle, among others, and it'll be a 3rd down and 4.
That's another one of those plays. I thought Smith had a lot of room to work with, but a good tackle by the Bronco defense.
3rd down at the 6-yard line, 3rd and 4 from the near hash. No score, but the Apaches are threatening. Play action, bubble screen to the right, and a low throw to Ward, who made the catch but lost a yard. He had to go to the ground to make the play, and it'll be a 4th down. The Apaches may have to settle for a field goal here, which would put them on the board first. Let's see what Coach Palmer does, and he's going to send the field goal unit out with Tyler Dunlop with just 2:54 to go here in a fast-moving first quarter. Again, no score, but the Apaches with an opportunity here. Dunlop 4 of 7 on field goals this year, but hasn't been asked to kick a long one. In fact, this would be a 25-yarder, which would match his longest of the year so far. Paul Watson is the Apache holder. From the right hash, the 15-yard line, this would be a 25-yard field goal. Dunlop's kick is on the way, and it is no good. It hit the upright. That ball hit the upright. So they've hit the crossbar, and the Apaches have hit the upright, and it's still a scoreless ball game. Go figure.
Goalposts have taken a pounding early in this game. Both kickers right off the goalpost.
So that's an interesting way to start the football game, as the two teams both doink field goals. Yeah. Is that the proper term?
Yeah, I think so. Rough start for the kickers and the goalpost.
Ping them off the goalpost. And so the Broncos will take over 1st down and 10. Good drives, though, for both teams, and nothing to show for it.
The Apaches were on the move. You gotta capitalize and put something on a scoreboard with a bad break just off the left upright.
So the TJC defense will come back out on the field, and again, a weird way to start this football game. So the Apaches with 2:32 left to go. There's a timeout on the field here. And again, the early game today saw the Texas Longhorns lose to the Oklahoma State Cowboys. It's a humid afternoon here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. The Texas Rose Festival Parade started the day off out here. It always ends here at the stadium. And there have been a lot of festivities going on this weekend, so this sort of caps the day. And the Apaches desperately need this win. They've got to win today, and they really, really, really need to beat Kilgore at homecoming next Saturday to guarantee themselves a playoff spot. They're currently ranked 14 in the country, despite their 2 bad losses to Novera and last week to Trinity Valley. And now here come the Broncos. Again, the quarterback is Brandon Perdue from the 20-yard line, going left to right. He's got double backs. One of them goes in motion. They'll flip it out on the seam that time on the bubble screen for about a 4-yard gain. On the edge that time, the quick pitch and catch to Redcon Webb, a freshman out of Panama City, Florida. Net some yardage out near the 25. That's a gain of 5. It'll be second down.
Decent yardage on 1st down. Just a swing pass. Nice job.
So that swing pass again with a 5-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd and 5 going left to right, far hash, 25-yard line. Slot left, 3 receivers, and a man in motion this time, and an inside handoff, and Webb is hit by Fletcher and gets the pile out to the 27-yard line, maybe the 28. Other Apaches in on that tackle included Ladarian Hudson. and Cody Dillard coming off the bottom of that pile. So that's a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down and 2 at the 28-yard line. We're down to 1:50 to go here in the opening quarter. No score. New Mexico Military's Broncos and the Tyler Apaches. 3rd down and 2 at the 28-yard line. Snap the football. The back to pass, and the quarterback lofts it down the left side. He's got a guy out there, and it's broken up by Solomon, who made a nice recovery on that play and came back to bat that ball down. It was intended for Ogden, the wide receiver, and it'll be 4th down.
Great coverage. Good break on the ball to break up that play. I think the Apaches were pretty close to being offside. They didn't throw the penalty flag, but it looks like they jumped into the neutral zone. Good job anyway, and they'll force another punt.
4th down and 2 at the 28-yard line. Going left to right from their own 28-yard line. The Broncos will send the punt team back out there. And for Tyler Junior College, Ethan Rose is back deep. Tyler has a chance to get another possession here. Their last one ended with a missed 25-yard field goal. The kick is away. It's a spinner, not a terribly good kick. It'll bounce at midfield, and the Apaches get out of the way. Rose ran up on it like he was going to try to pick it up in midair and then had to dodge it. Kind of an interesting move on his part, playing Russian roulette that time with that bouncing football. Yeah. And the ball is killed near the, 48-yard line, I think is where they're going to finally put it down. And so the Apaches will take over near midfield with 1:27 to go in this first quarter.
Looked like he was playing dodgeball out there. He's got to get away from that ball. He didn't take a step toward it, decided to get away from it, and that's the right decision.
Southwest Junior College Football Conference action. Again, New Mexico Military joined the league last year. They take some very long road trips. And it's a long way from Tyler to Roswell, about 15 hours. Back to pass. Gerber throws the bubble screen out there and bounced that one to Joe Ward. His pass was short, intended for Ward. If you can complete the pass to Ward out there, Kevin, we've seen it time and time again. He can do something with it after he catches it, but you got to get it to him first.
Well, that's back-to-back passes by Gerber that have been low. He's got to give his receivers an opportunity to catch it and make a play.
So the Apaches with a 2nd down, and Gerber having a little bit of a slow start throwing the football, but he's completed 2 passes to Durant. Here's a handoff, and there's our man Logan Fuller from Athens across the 50 to the 49-yard line for a pickup of about 3. It'll be 3rd and long for the Apaches. Logan Fuller, the sophomore from Athens, gains 3 yards to the New Mexico Military 49-yard line. Here's a 3rd and long.
Yeah, the Apaches right back where they don't want to be, and that's 3rd and long. Puts a lot of pressure on Gerber, the young quarterback.
Near side, the short side, 4 receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Gerber to throw. Blitz coming, middle screen. Finds Fuller. Big play, 35. This is a 1st down to the 30. Fuller to the 25. To the 15, to the 10, to the 5, down to the 4. 1st and goal, Apaches. Logan Fuller, who runs as tough as anybody you'll see, caught the ball, and once he was in the clear, bringing him to the ground is a team effort, and it's 1st down Apaches near the New Mexico Military 5-yard line.
The Apaches had good design on the play and great execution. It's offsides against the Broncos. Of course, that'll be declined. Good job by Gerber. Good patience shown as he drew the defense to him before unloading the football.
A couple of weeks ago, Logan Fuller was up here with us. He was injured, had an ankle injury, sitting with the coaches. But he's down there contributing, number 29, and he stays in. 4 wide receivers set, no tight end. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Gerber hands it to Fuller. Logan's down to the 3, right up the gut off the left side that time. Just off the left hip of Jared Johnson, the center. And Burrows down to the 3, where it'll be 2nd and goal, Apaches.
They've been pretty good against this Apache run game, which is one of the best in the conference. I think Trinity Valley is the only team that runs it better.
Down to 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. The Apaches looking to score here before the end of the first period. We're down to 10 seconds, down to 9, down to 8. 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. And we're down to 5, down to 4. Will the Apaches get the play off? And it looks like they will. And the pitch is to Logan Fuller, and he scores on the final play of the first quarter. A pitch to Logan Fuller and a 3-yard touchdown run for the Apaches.
Well, good design once again on that play, and a great job by the quarterback, Gerber. He took that jab step that drew the defender to him before pitching it to Fuller for the score.
TJC draws first blood. They lead it 6-0. Good-looking drive that time for the Apaches. Include that long screen pass by Fuller, and his 3-yard touchdown run completes the deal. And Tyler Dunlop's extra point would give the Apaches a 7-0 lead to end quarter number 1 here at the stadium. And the kick by Dunlop is up, and it's good. At the end of one, Tyler 7, New Mexico Military nothing. On 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
Since 1977, animal lovers have been getting the best help for their pets and livestock from Doctors Mike Williams and Marcus Alexander at North Tyler Veterinary Clinic. Get your pet preventative care, like heartworm treatment and annual rabies vaccinations. Call 595-3631 for an appointment. You can call for emergencies or mobile ranch service, too. At North Tyler Veterinary Clinic, Highway 271 and the Loop in Tyler, proud sponsors of today's game.
Hi, John Bass from Major's Pharmacy. Woo, son, come see us at Major's Pharmacy, because, brother, they got it all. When you don't feel well and need a prescription filled quickly, the chain pharmacies will make you wait. Major's Pharmacy won't. Bring your prescription to Major's Pharmacy, and in most cases, they'll fill it and have you on your way in 15 minutes or less. Major's Pharmacy accepts most major insurance plans. Major's Pharmacy, South Broadway at Shelley Drive, across from Wagner Cadillac, and online at majorspharmacy.com.
92.1 FM, the Team.
Logan Fuller's third touchdown of the year gives Tyler a 7-0 lead.
5 plays, 52 yards, a minute, and 27 seconds. Good job by the Apaches to get on the scoreboard.
And they lead the Broncos from New Mexico Military in Roswell, New Mexico, 7-zip. NMMI also plays high school football. And I was looking at their website this week and didn't realize that, but they have a high school football team. But their junior college team struggling through their second year in conference play at 0-5, but everybody who has seen them says they're a pretty good-looking football team. And so far, they look like a good football team. The Apaches have the early lead. Dunlop's kick is high and short and taken on the far side at the 22-yard line. I think the return man might have stepped out of bounds. So I guess not. He's still up to the 35. Almost, in fact, probably should have let that ball go out of bounds along that far sideline. Fielded it right on the edge, and Laquan Lewis Hicks returns it to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Broncos will start first down and 10.
Well, the Apaches got to do a better job of tackling. They had him about 10 yards further back, but a good job by him to get upfield.
Just underway in the second quarter, the Apaches' Logan Fuller completes that 52-yard drive with a 3-yard option pitch from Gerber. And Tyler's on the board first. Both teams missed field goals in the first quarter. And Purdue and the Broncos put a man in motion, going right to left here in the second. And the ball off to Jalen Jackson. Nothing doing that time. Jordan Pollard is the first guy there, and one of the big Apache defensive linemen also in on that play. David Hogue, I think, helping out on that. So two of the big guys, one of the linebackers and one of the biggest players on the field, David Hogue, team up to stop him for no gain.
Well, the big guys won the battle in the trenches right there on that play and made a good stop.
Second down 10, going right to left from the 35-yard line. 3 receivers split to the near side toward the Apache sideline. Snap the ball to Purdue. Tyler will blitz. Here they come. And Purdue's flushed out of the pocket. He's in some trouble, and he takes a speeding that time. Back at the 28-yard line. Fletcher is there, along with Datorian Smith, who's in on his 3rd sack of the season. And it'll be third down and about 16 coming up. Nice job by the Apache defense.
Yeah, they got immediate pressure on the quarterback, Purdue. He didn't have time to look downfield and try to find a receiver. So, again, a nice job.
Fletcher had 64 tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss coming into play today, and he was in on that one. Third down and 17 back at the 28-yard line for the Broncos. And Purdue with 3 receivers to the short side of the field, back to pass. Steps up, throws up field, and had a guy, and he just dropped it. Oh, my goodness. On the hash at the Tyler 40-yard line, Walt Wilkerson just dropped what not only would have been a first down, but that would have been a foot race to the end zone that time.
Not sure what he was looking at. It's an easy catch to make. Should have made the catch on a seam route. The Apaches really in blown coverage on that play, and he's got to make that catch, as you mentioned. Probably an easy score if he does.
Purdue's got a nice arm, and he's not afraid to stand in there. The Apaches were coming, but that was a beauty. He just didn't get help from the receiver that time, and here's their punter again to kick it away to Tyler Junior College. The Apaches, Ethan Rose, chased all the way back to the 20-yard line, going left, looking for blockers. There's a flag down, and he's taken down. That was an illegal block by an Apache. Would have been better served to just let it slide. but he clearly blocked him in the back. You could see it from up here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what guys are thinking. He can see his numbers on his back. Come on.
No, the thumb rule, if you can see the numbers, don't hit him. Don't do it.
And he just couldn't help himself.
Trying to help out, so the Apaches will start in a hole here on this drive. You know what, though? You played the game.
I did.
And it's easy up here to see everything. When you're at ground level. Sometimes it's not quite so easy.
It wasn't on that play, I guess, but that'll cost the Apaches.
Homecoming is next week. All the activities that go along with Tyler Junior College homecoming are pretty spectacular. We hope to be able to, weather permitting, do sports talk from in front of the school on Thursday. The parade starts at 5:15 right there in front of the school, the front yard of Tyler Junior College, right down 5th Street. This is parade week. They had the Texas Rose Festival parade here today, and the Apache homecoming parade is coming up on Thursday. So I don't know, what do you do? Just keep all those floats around and just use them?
I guess so.
Use them, maybe
not
use
a bad
them,
idea.
Use them for 2 different parades in a week. You and I are both proud alumni of Tyler Junior College.
Of course, I just graduated about 5 years ago. You, on the other hand.
A long time ago. That was really not a very nice thing to say. You know, I went to TJC 40 years ago, believe it or not. And from the 9-yard line, first down, Apaches, handoff. Russell turns the corner at the 12 up to the 15-yard line before he's bumped out. Nice run by Jaquez Russell, who over the course of the year, the freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, has worked his way into the rotation. That's a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, he's able to turn the corner and get positive yardage and lower his head to get an extra yard or two. Nice job of carrying the football.
Second down 4 at the 15-yard line for the Apaches. They go left to right here in the second quarter, wearing those black home uniforms, pants, jerseys, black helmet, gold numerals. The block Apache gold and black logo on the side of the helmet. Gerber with the option pitch. Russell looking to get to the edge, got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was all. They knew exactly what was coming that time and acted accordingly. Tackle made on the edge that time by Ernest Anderson, a freshman linebacker from Houston.
Yeah, Broncos got an early read on that play and made a nice tackle.
Actually, it's Anderson Ernest. Looks like he might have his name backward here, but heck of a play by that young man. 3rd down and 4 at the 15-yard line. And so the Apaches will stack 3 receivers in a triangle tight left. Going left to right here. Second quarter, Tyler up 7-0. 12 and a half minutes to go in the quarter. Back to pass. Gerber steps up, lofts it down the near side. There's a holding penalty coming against New Mexico Military on a pass intended for Jamal Bell, who just got tackled along that near side.
Easy call for the official to make, and the Apaches are getting first down via penalty.
They've got a defensive back named Trajan Artist who wears number 88. I don't think I've ever seen that.
That is unusual.
That's an unusual number. I was looking to make sure.
No, you're right.
Did I see him? Am I seeing that right? He's wearing number 88.
88. Now, that said, I wore the number 82 as a running back in high school.
Really?
Won a state championship wearing the number 82 as a starting tailback.
Well, that's a strange number for a strange guy.
Hey.
So
easy.
Why am I not surprised at that? First down at the 25. Kevin played for Eunice, Louisiana.
I did.
And they won state in Louisiana. The Superdome, wasn't it?
It was. First, and matter of fact, the first year all the games were played at the Superdome, we were there.
And there is a 5-yard penalty against Tyler. First down the 25-yard line, and then one of those motion penalties against a wide receiver, which I know you hate.
Drives me up the wall.
And that'll move it back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. And why does it drive you up?
Well, because as a receiver, you don't listen to the snap count. You watch the football, and that'll cost the Apaches.
So 1st and 15 at the 20-yard line behind the chains. And on a first down handoff, this is Russell. Russell gets those 5 yards back on an inside carry out to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. Nice running in among the big guys again. Took a pounding, but got 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd down and 9.
Bronco took a swipe at his face mask, but I guess he didn't grab it.
Justin Bailey is checked in as a slot to the near wing, along with Trent Williams, the freshman from White House. And 2 receivers split out wide to the left side, looking to throw the slant upfield. That ball's intercepted and dropped at the 35-yard line. Oh, my goodness. He tried to throw a timing pass to Joseph Ward, who just could not get past. They had him double-teamed over there. And Nigel Graham, the freshman defensive back from Tampa, had it and dropped it. And what do you always say about that?
Yeah, if you catch the ball, you'd be playing receiver, right? But he's a lot white shirts, too many white shirts in the area for Gerber to make that pass. He gets away with it.
Why am I asking you all your sayings today? Why is that?
Because I'm a smart guy, and you recognize that.
I guess. 3rd down and 9. They're going to throw that bubble screen over to Ward. He makes the catch, and he can make a miss. And Joe Ward is close to the first down, but I think a little short. Caught the ball at the line of scrimmage and then picks up about 8 out to the 34, but he's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, pretty good play by Ward, but as you mentioned, the Apaches will be forced to punt.
So it'll be 4th and 1. So a near miss first down that time on the pass from Gerber to Ward. What the Apaches have not been able to do really yet is stretch the field with the passing game.
Then they're playing it safe with Gerber right now. Again, they're trying to establish a running game, but so far the Broncos have been up to the task and playing them pretty well in that area.
Tyler Dunlop in to punt it away, standing near the 21-yard line to kick it away to New Mexico Military. The Apaches up 7-zip.
Back them up 5 more. Illegal substitution on the Apaches. This has been a choppy series at best for the Apaches.
And the Apache special teams have this year been, they've made big plays on special teams, but they've also made some really bad mistakes. You could argue that the turning point in this season happened on that end of the field with a block punt 2 weeks ago against Navarra for a touchdown. That might have been the downward turning point of the year. The punt by Dunlop is away. That's a dandy. Angling left. It'll be caught at the 29-yard line and returnable right toward the middle to the 50-yard line into Tyler territory down to the 43. Great return that time by T.J. Williams. The Apaches covered the ball, but they didn't watch the middle. And when he got that punt, he had a middle that was open, and the Apaches staying in their lanes, but they left the middle open.
Yeah, overran him, and he just got up straight up the field in the middle. I guess we're getting to some kind of time, maybe another media timeout.
Okay.
Something's going on.
Yeah. Not exactly sure what they call it.
Yeah, I think it is a media timeout.
Is it a media timeout? Okay, well, we're in the media. Let's take a timeout. 10:57 to go here in the second quarter. Tyler 7, New Mexico Military nothing. Back in 1 minute on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
What I love. What blizzard do I love? What I love. Cookies and candy and cake. Chocolate and caramel and fruit. Whatever flavors you love, you'll love them even more. Mixed into your favorite DQ Blizzard treat. For the blizzard you love, there's only one place in Texas to stop. DQ, that's what I love about Texas.
Football season is here, and with your local football teams taking the field, that means road trips. Billings Tire and Service has everything your vehicle needs to follow your favorite team on the road this season, like the new Michelin LTX for your truck and the Michelin Premier AS for your car. So before you hit the road this football season, visit Billings Tire and Service, 2150 Grande Boulevard. Billings Tire and Service is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Call 903-561-5333 for your appointment.
92.1 FM, the team.
First down and 10 at the Tyler 43-yard line. The Broncos hand the ball off, looking to get outside for a gain and a cut inside for a pretty good gain inside the 40-yard line. Second time we've seen running back Kendarius Pollard today, and he rumbles to the Tyler 36-yard line. That wound up being a pickup of about 7 yards, making second down and 3.
You know what I'm guessing? He's a Louisiana boy. I bet you pronounce his last name Poulard.
Poulard. Okay.
Poulard with a U in it.
All right, I'm going to take your word for it. You're all over this thing.
I think I am.
Second down at the 36-yard line, and Tyler up 7-0. And Poulard takes the handoff again off left tackle, and that's close to a first down at the Tyler 33-yard line.
He's a little guy, 5'6", 160 pounds, and got a pretty good push there.
Going to Pollard.
We think Poulard, and Roger Nunley is calling him Pollard. I'm going to go with you,
I think it's Poulard. It's Louisiana.
P-O-U-double-L-A-R-D.
They said on Louisiana. And he's from Lafayette.
All right, so it's got to be Poulard.
Got to be Poulard.
Third down and about 1 near the 33-yard line. Third down and less than 1 for the Broncos. Quarterback in the shotgun is Brandon Perdue. He's got Poulard in the backfield, and they're going to give a steady diet of him, and that's a first down. Tackle made by Pyogafi for Tyler at the 29-yard line, but that is a first down for the Broncos.
That's, again, a tough run. Pretty good job by their offensive line as Poulard had a nice hole to run through.
First and 10 at the Tyler Junior College 29-yard line. 7-0 Apaches, but now the Broncos on the move after a really good punt return a moment ago. They go with double-stacked receivers left and right, one behind the other, near side and far side. Ball's on the left hash. And Purdue with Poulard in the backfield. He goes in motion. Purdue looking to throw. He'll step up and throw downfield. That ball's caught at the 21-yard line in front of an Apache, Brandon Johnson, and that is a gain of about 9 on that play.
Yeah, Purdue barely got that football in there. Apache was in the air, just not able to knock that ball down.
Brandon Johnson dropped what might have been a pick 6 last week at Trinity Valley. That didn't help the Apache cause. He has 3 interceptions this year and was going for a 4th. 2nd and 1 at the Tyler 20-yard line. Snap the football. Poulard will be hit and will get away from the first wave and get the first down toward the Tyler 16 or 17-yard line, depending on where they mark it. And that will be a Bronco first down. They're going to mark him at about the 17.
The Apaches have missed way too many tackles here early in this ball game. They missed one there that allowed Poulard to get the first down.
Apaches have been a good tackling team this year, by and large. Looking to rebound after an embarrassing loss to Trinity Valley last week. That was just a rough day.
Yeah, it was more about attitude than execution. So the Apaches have an opportunity to turn things around here today.
First down at the 17-yard line for the Broncos. With 2 backs in the backfield. Poulard stays on the ground, and Poulard down to the 11. There's a penalty flag thrown. That's generally a holding indication. The umpire throws that flag, and from where he's at, that's normally a holding penalty against the offense. We'll see.
That's Chase Melanson. That's another Louisiana guy, number 66, I think, a good tag with the holding.
Yeah, and so back he goes.
Got a lot of Louisiana guys on their roster.
They do. They got kids from all over the country, and again, it is New Mexico military.
Yeah.
They've got kids from Canada. They've got some Alaskans on this team, but a bunch of Canadians and some foreign kids who played football. Seeing here, I called a name earlier. Was a kid from Germany on this roster. Interesting mix.
Yeah, sure is.
And now that'll take them back. It'll be first down and 20 back at the 26-yard line. 27-yard line. Snap the football. Purdue hands it to Jalen Jackson, and Jackson's into the Apache secondary to the 15-yard line. Picked up 12. So Tyler not playing the run real well on this drive. It took Devontae Wheatley to make the play, but they got a lot of that back on that one play, and it'll be second down and 8 at the Tyler 15-yard line.
And it was thrown forward for an extra 3 yards, so not a good play defensively for the Apaches.
Crowd not really into it right now. Their home fans could help them out a little bit here. 4 receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Poulard standing next to the quarterback, Purdue, on a 2nd and 8. The Apaches blitz, and he throws the fade toward the far corner and out of bounds. They ran out of room down there to Quaylen Thomas covering the intended receiver, Keloa Aloha Apacino, the freshman from Wahawi, Hawaii.
Wow. Okay. I'll take your word for it. Good job by Thomas, who was beaten on the play, but got himself back in the play and made it tough on the receiver.
Wahawa, Hawaii. W-A-H-I-A-W-A. And that'll make it a 3rd down and 8 at the Tyler 15-yard line. 3 wide receivers set with a slot. Looking to throw the bubble screen, and there's the little guy again. That's Poulard, caught at the 10, spins down inside the 10, and that's close to a first down. He put a move on Marquez Bird, who was grabbing for air that time, and that's very close, and I think will be a first down at the 6. That little guy's tough.
He is tough, but another missed tackle by the Apaches. They've had way too many of those here in the first half. They got to tighten that up.
Yes, indeed. So Ethan Rose coming out, Ladarian Hudson checks in on this humid afternoon. It's 1st and goal for the Broncos at the Tyler Junior College 6-yard line. Going right to left near hash. Tyler up 7-0, but New Mexico military threatening here. Fake the handoff, and there's Purdue. The quarterback will keep it himself, tackled at the 5. Got slammed that time by Sherry Durand and Brandon Johnson. Linebacker safety teaming up. Picks up a yard on the play. That'll make it 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
There was an opening, but Purdue was big and slow, and that allowed the Apaches to get back in the play. But there was a big hole for the quarterback to get through.
They bring in a new tight end to the ball game on 2nd and goal at the Tyler 5-yard line. 6:45 left to go here in the first half. Game moving along fairly quickly so far. And from the right hash, 2nd and goal, Tyler New Mexico military at the 5. Fake the handoff and a bootleg, and they got the tight end out there for an easy walk-in touchdown. Great bootleg pass to the tight end, Brody Griffin. Touchdown for the New Mexico military Broncos.
Yeah, that was way too easy. Apaches got caught up in the middle of the football field and let the tight end, really on a waggle play, seep out into the end zone, wide open for the score.
Brody Griffin with a touchdown catch. It's a 7-6 ball game, and the Broncos are on the brink of tying the ball game up. Al Hamse, the left-footed soccer starter, looking to add the extra point, which would knot this game at 7. And the kick is on the way. It's up and good. And so with 6:32 to go in the second quarter, it's Tyler 7, New Mexico Military 7 on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
This is you. You graduated, maybe even took a semester off, and you're ready to choose your path. Well, TJC is one of the top colleges in the nation, and it's only a third of the cost of a state university. With more than 120 degrees and certificates, TJC has a program to help you get a jump start on the dream career you've always wanted. So get that backpack ready and sharpen those pencils. It's time to take hold of your destiny. So, ready to take that next step? We'll walk you through it. Find out more at tjc.edu.
Your search for a home loan should start and end with Guild Mortgage, the Holyfield Group. Tom Holyfield has served East Texans and their mortgage needs for over 20 years. Guild Mortgage is located at 1300 Hollybrook Drive in Longview, Texas, 75605, and 6775 Old Jacksonville Highway, Suite 2 in Tyler, Texas, 75703. They're on the web at tomholyfield.com. Equal housing lender. Company NMLS number 3274. Tom Holyfield, NMLS number 210861.
92.1 FM, the Team.
A really nice punt return set this thing up. TJ Williams' punt return set him up at the 43-yard line, and the Broncos score a touchdown to tie the game.
Yeah, 10 plays, 43 yards, 4 minutes, and 25 seconds. A nice job by Poulard, the running back, throughout that possession.
And the touchdown pass from Purdue to Griffin, and the extra point ties the game at 7 with 6.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Apaches are going to have to pick it up again. We see and have seen, really haven't seen a spark, a real spark in this team.
It's been missing
in a while.
Yeah, it was, it never showed up last week against Trinity Valley, and again the second half against Navarro is kind of where it started. Really, at the end of the first half is where it started, and they haven't been the same since. But still plenty of football left to be played in this game. But the Apaches, they have to get it going.
Everything that they wanted to accomplish, they could. They could win this conference, but they need to win this game today and then need to beat Kilgore next week to guarantee themselves a playoff spot. The kick is away, and it will fly out of the back of the end zone. Tyler will take the touchback and start at the 25-yard line. Again, in the second half of the Navarro game and then last week, the Apaches outscored 79-6 in a 6-quarter period of time.
Yeah, you just don't see that happen to an Apache football team. But, again, they can still get it turned around. They're just a little flat. There's no, just as you mentioned, it's not they're missing a spark. And, again, they never had it last week.
Yeah, they need they need a big play.
Yeah,
they need
something
to get the sideline excited and get the fans excited again. And that's what they need. This team has shown that it has talent. They won some big games early this year. And on first down, there's a handoff to J.T. Smith. And Smith, a nice run off left tackle, and he grinds it out to the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. It was a nice run by the Tyler sophomore, J.T. Smith, who picks up about 7 yards. There is an injured Tyler player down on the play.
That was a nice run by Smith. It looks like one of the big offensive
Brandon Haynes is
down.
Banged up. The Tyler left tackle is down. I'll tell you one thing I think these guys are a little bit tired of this year. It's been hot for most of these games.
It's been warm. Yeah, it really has. And a lot of cramps last week. Not sure what this is. Hopefully it's just cramps, but a lot of cramps last week between the two teams.
Brandon Haynes has had a nice year for the Apaches. Big sophomore from Waxahachie. Big sophomore left tackle has been the Apache starter since day one on that side. And Eddie McGuire, the Tyler trainer, is out there to work with him. I think this league, and one of the things that I totally disagree with, is I think they start their season way too early. They start before the high schools even, that last Saturday in August. And I'm not sure what the point is to start that early, but I think they should start Labor Day or even after Labor Day, in my opinion.
Yeah, the Apaches didn't play any cold weather games last season.
And I think a few more Thursday night games. Now, a New Mexico Military, it wouldn't work for them.
No.
They're too far out. But for the local games, some of the local games.
I like the Thursday nights.
Might not be a bad idea, at least among the Highway 31 teams, to maybe throw in one of those Thursday night games occasionally. Brandon Haynes is up, and he is being helped off the field, but it looks like he is putting some weight on one of his legs, so let's hope he's okay. He's had a nice year for the Apaches, being assisted by Tanner Elliott, the big offensive lineman from Carthage. And Randon's a big boy, so it takes 2 or 3 to help him to the sideline. And I'm impressed with New Mexico Military's defensive front. They've done a good job. They've got some big kids up there. And that's what Coach Palmer told us earlier in the week, that he hadn't seen them this year, but that he'd been told by Ryan Mahon, the blend coach, former TJC offensive coordinator, that the Broncos had a really, really good, strong defensive front. And I think that's been borne out today. They've been very competitive so far this afternoon. A team that looks a whole lot better than the 0-5 record, that's for sure.
Yeah, their offense probably hurts them more than anything, but defensively they're solid.
Second down, 3 at the 32-yard line, and then the umpire, about the time the Apaches lined up, he throws a flag, and he's not happy with the way they lined up that time, so that'll cost him 5 yards. Again, that's kind of what we've seen, Kevin. They're right now, they're out of sync.
Yep.
And whether it's the quarterback, Gerber, is going to have to lead this team. Sometimes it has to be the guys in the huddle. It can't just be the coaches. But instead of second down and 3, now it's second down and 8. They just burned 5 yards.
Right, coming off of an injury timeout. I mean, just that fast. So, again, the Apaches have to get it together.
Second down and 8 back at the 27-yard line. And snap the football and a play-action fake. Throw that little pass upfield and a stop route. That's Ward, who made the catch and got part of that. He got all that 5 yards back and gets it out to the 34-yard line, leaving Tyler with a third down and short. Nice pitch and catch from Gerber to Joe Ward, who is very good at that play.
Yeah, very good after the catch, and that's a good safe pass by Gerber.
Third down, and mark him at the 33. Third down and 2. Tyler needs this. They need to establish some momentum again here in this game. Tight end lined up to the left side this time. 3 receivers and 1 running back. J.T. Smith is in the ball game. Terrell Wiley is in a slot right as well for Tyler Junior College. And Gerber about 4 steps behind Jared Johnson. They snap it to him, hand the ball off to J.T. Smith. He's in some trouble in the backfield, but manages to get past the first wave and claws his way out to the 36 for a first down. He was hit in the backfield, but would not go to the ground and spun out of that first wave of tacklers and picked up about 3 yards and a first down.
That's all J.T. Smith, and maybe that'll be the spark that'll get this Apache offense going. That's a nice job by Smith.
First down at the 36-yard line. Down to 5:20 to go in the second quarter. Snap the football. Gerber throws the quick slant. Bell caught near the 40-yard line. After a 4-yard gain, they're going to give him forward progress to the 41. So that's a 5-yard first down gain by Jamal Bell, the Tyler Junior College freshman receiver from Brownsboro.
Safe passes again by Gerber, just none downfield so far.
Second down at the 41-yard line. Out of the shotgun. Smith, they fake the handoff to him, rolling out Gerber. Gerber can run, and he's going to try to do that here, but for no gain. They strung him out well, and Gerber was not able to even get back to the line of scrimmage that time. Not sure exactly what was happening. He was running to the wide side of the field, and there was apparently no option open to him. It'll be third down and 6. They lost a yard.
Well, he had the run-pass option. He was looking for a receiver to get free while the receivers were blocking for him, so just a miscommunication on the run-pass option.
Just outside the 40-yard line for the Apaches. Durant, the tight end, lined up on the right side. 3 receivers this time, and on a third down, play action. Back to pass and flushed out of the pocket. He's going to throw it upfield and overthrows Joe Ward, being chased by a Bronco defensive lineman. Again, Tyler Junior College just not able to convert on a third down and 6 with 4:17 to go in the second quarter. They're going to have to kick it away.
Yeah, and again, it's kind of been the story. Those penalty flags kind of interrupt a drive if you're getting any momentum. They haven't had much of that here in the first half, and that's just a bad pass by Gerber. It's out of the reach of the receiver. Got to give him a chance to catch the ball.
Apache's a little out of sync right now offensively. It's fourth down, and Dunlop to punt with 4:17 to go in a 7-7 ball game. All it takes is one, though, for Tyler. There's one big play to kind of get this thing turned around here. The punt away by Dunlop, he barely got that one away, and a little bit off the side of his foot. That ball dies at about the 33-yard line, and Tyler will down it. Dunlop was lucky to get that one away. They were coming, but he managed to get it off, and with a lot of time here in the second quarter, the Broncos will take over with about 4:08 to go in the period.
Laquan Lewis-Hicks was close to blocking that. Not sure he got a hand on it or not. Not his best punt, but a lot of pressure on the punter at that time.
Ball's at the 34-yard line. I'll tell you what, Kevin Arden, we'll give you a station ID after this break. I'm about to overlook that, but won't after this coming play. With 4:08 to go in the second period, in a 7-7 ball game, the Broncos take over. Last year, it was These two teams combined for 106 points. It's 7-7.
Not the same
second
game,
quarter,
yeah.
different game. From the 34. Stacked receivers left and right. Bubble screen near side dropped by the intended receiver, Azavian Smith. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Tyler Junior College Apache football.
This is The Team, 92.1 FM, KRWR Tyler. The Press Box with Ted Sorrells. Weekday mornings, 6 till 8. You're on The Team.
Second down and 10 after the flare pass intended for Smith was high and left and incomplete, and Purdue out of the shotgun puts a man in motion. Back to pass again, dumps it out to the tight end Griffin. He caught the ball, but is tackled immediately by Marquez Bird. He was all over that play. Got a yard out to the 35-yard line. Griffin caught the touchdown pass a moment ago, but good job by Marquez Bird. All over him. They're going to give him yardage to the 36. That's a 2-yard gain, 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Broncos.
Yeah, neither quarterback taking a lot of shots downfield. Well played by the Apache defense right there.
They're averaging about 25 a game, about 330 yards a game coming in. 3rd down and 8 at the 36-yard line. Snap it. Tyler with a 4-man rush. Now the blitz. Bird is chasing Purdue all the way to the sideline and has to throw that ball intended for a wide receiver at the 40-yard line, but really no chance for Cam Saunders to catch it. He basically threw that away. Marquez Bird on a delayed blitz was chasing him to the far side and almost had him down as he delivered the ball incomplete. It's 4th down again.
Well, the Apache pressure forced a bad pass, and a nice job by the Apache defense once again to force a punt. Punt number 4 coming up for the Broncos.
So TJC's defense does its job. And the Apache offense looks to get another opportunity here shortly. Ethan Rose back near his own 28-yard line. The kick is away. It's a line drive returnable kick by Rose, and he'll do just that at the 26-yard line. Coming left, turns the corner, 35-yard line. Picked up about 6 before he's run out of bounds along the near sideline. Tyler will start 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line with 3:11 to go in the second quarter. The Apaches and the Broncos tied at 7. For the record, Tyler has all 3 of its timeouts. And an offense that has kind of sputtered here so far in the first 2 quarters, looking to, make that big play that'll kind of get things rolling here.
Opportunity here, plenty of time and 3 timeouts.
DJC goes left to right here in the quarter. Number 7, Nick Gerber, freshman from Levelland, is the Tyler quarterback. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield, dump it upfield, stop route. Bell dropped it at the 39-yard line. Looked down as he caught the ball, looking to run with it. Nowhere to run, even he caught the ball, and he just dropped it 2nd down.
Yeah, took his eyes off of it. You can see him take a peek upfield before he secured the football, just a drop pass.
So it'll be a 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line. The starter, Brennan Wooten, injured last week. Back to pass on the slant, upfield ball knocked away. Intended for Terrell Wiley. Might have been thrown a little bit behind him. He spun to catch it, and the more dangerous thing that happened, it bounced off his arm, and that ball was almost picked off.
Can't afford to turn it over here. Don't want to turn it over at any time, but certainly not down here at the end of the first half.
2 quick plays have used very little time. 3rd and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Apaches, and they look to throw again. Upfield complete. Bell caught it midfield to the 45 to the 44-yard line. Excellent route that time by Bell, and that time Gerber threw a fastball to him on the money, and it's an Apache 1st down at the 45.
Got him on a wheel route. Nice pass by Gerber.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 3 down linemen, 2 down linemen, a stand-up end, and they rush hard as they throw the same pass to Bell for a 6-yard gain. Caught at the 40 to the 39-yard line. Stop route right in front of one of the defensive backs on the near sideline, a 6-yard gain.
And maybe Gerber is getting himself on track with his passes. Nice job on back-to-back plays.
2nd down and 4 at the NMMI 39-yard line. Back to pass Gerber, flushed out. Looking. Hey, he can run with the ball, and will do that for a couple of yards. Nobody to throw it to in his estimation, so he steps down for about a yard to the 38-yard line, where the Apaches will face a 3rd down and 3 with 2:19 to go in the quarter.
He did get out of bounds to stop the clock. The Apaches still have all 3 timeouts.
So Tyler might have 2 downs to make 3 yards here if they were to choose to go for it on 4th down. The easier solution would be to just make it here. In the backfield is Logan Fuller on a 3rd and 3, and Gerber's going to throw the ball down the near side. He's got Bailey out there, caught at the 5. Touchdown, Apaches. Oh, he drew rain with that high pass, and Bailey runs under it at the 5-yard line. Touchdown, Tyler Junior College, 38 yards out.
Well, just what the Apaches needed, a huge play and a huge score right at the end of the first half, and maybe that'll get them going. Nice job by Gerber and Bailey on the catch.
Second touchdown of the year to Justin Bailey. And the second touchdown of the season for Gerber, and the Apaches regained the lead. That was a beauty. He put some air under that ball, and Bailey ran right under it at the 5-yard line. The extra point is on the way, and it's good. With 1:55 to go in the first half. It's Tyler 14, New Mexico Military 7 on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
Hi, John Bass from Major's Pharmacy. Woo, son, come see us at Major's Pharmacy, because, brother, they got it all. When you don't feel well and need a prescription filled quickly, the chain pharmacies will make you wait. Major's Pharmacy won't. Bring your prescription to Major's Pharmacy, and in most cases, they'll fill it and have you on your way in 15 minutes or less. Major's Pharmacy accepts most major insurance plans. Major's Pharmacy, South Broadway at Shelley Drive, across from Wagner Cadillac, and online at majorspharmacy.com.
What I love. What blizzard do I love? What I love. Cookies and candy and cake. Chocolate and caramel and fruit. Whatever flavors you love, you'll love them even more, mixed into your favorite DQ Blizzard treat. For the blizzard you love, there's only one place in Texas to stop. DQ, that's what I love about Texas.
92.1 FM, the Team.
38-yard touchdown pass from Gerber to Bailey, and the Apaches lead 14-7.
Yeah, nice job. 6 plays, 65 yards, 2 minutes and 16 seconds for the score.
TJC again with the pass to Bailey. Takes the lead. That was a really, really nice throw from Gerber. And again, little by little, they haven't let him throw it deep much so far today. Right. But that was a beauty from Nick Gerber. And so the kickoff, Dunlop at the 35-yard line. His kick is high and short. And it'll be caught at the 19-yard line. Returnable upfield past the 25, 26, 27-yard line. Good coverage. Downfield, Marquez Bird for TJC in on that tackle for the Apaches, along with number 37, Irvin Hill, sophomore from Arlington. And the Broncos take over at the 27-yard line.
Interesting to see if they play it safe here, the Broncos, or if they decide to come out and be aggressive and take some shots. If that's the case, the Apaches can have an opportunity to make some plays.
You know, when you're 0-5 in the league, I think you take some shots.
Yeah, take some shots.
Yeah, absolutely. They're at their own 27. They've got all three of their timeouts and 1:49 to work with. They've got time. And Purdue's quarterback with a good arm. I mean, he's got the ability. So let's see what they do. They get the three receivers out wide to the right side, and they go with a tight end to the left. That tight end has caught a touchdown pass today, and Purdue throws downfield and overthrows the intended receiver at the 40-yard line, running right down the seam on the numbers, Andre Bodison, a sophomore from Florida, and he had a step on his defensive back.
That's the second time they ran a seam route and had a receiver open. The quarterback just missed him.
Purdue's got an arm on him.
Yeah, he's got a gun.
Yeah, he's
been off the mark on that particular play, but, yeah, he's got a good arm.
Second down at the 27-yard line. Same formation, tight end left, three receivers to the right, ball in the middle of the field, three down linemen for Tyler, and a stand-up end. They throw this ball to Bodison, and this high, and he dropped it at the 30-yard line, incomplete. Got hit from behind that time, hit pretty hard that time by Brandon Johnson at the end of that play. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
High pass, and then again, that stops the clock. The Apaches make a stop here. They'll get the ball back still with 3 timeouts left.
Absolutely. So this is a big play for Tyler. If they can get him off the field, they might have an opportunity to possess the ball and do some damage before halftime. 3rd and 10 at their own 27-yard line. There's a 4-wide receiver set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Snap the ball. Tyler will blitz. Back to pass. The quarterback steps up and throws it, and it is caught at the 42-yard line. He hung on after being hit by an Apache, Joran Pollard, but the wide receiver, number 80, Eric Tolliver, hangs on at the 43.
Yeah, he just wrestled the ball away from the Apache defensive back that time.
All right, so it's a 1st down, and now the Broncos are thinking maybe they can get something done again with 1:20 to go before halftime. Apache's up 7. 4 wide receivers set, 3 to the near side, and they're looking that way. Stop route knocked away, right intended along the near side to Quaylen Thomas, stepping in front of the pass to number 29, Pacino. And it was a really nice play by DeQuaylen Thomas to bat it down.
Thomas had a chance to intercept that ball, but as it stands, well played. Good job of knocking it down.
Second down and 10. They took 2 receivers out of the game and bring in fresh troops on a second down at their own 43-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field again with 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, going right to left here late second quarter. Snap the ball. Tyler will delay blitz. They'll throw it left side, caught, and then immediately tackle Jordan Pollard all over the receiver at the 47-yard line after a short pitch and catch. Pickup of about 3. Good play by Pollard, though.
Yeah, another dangerous pass by Purdue. He gets away with it.
Third down and 7 at the 46-yard line. We're down to 53 seconds before halftime. 4 wide receivers set and a running back. Let's see if the Apaches blitz again here. 3 down linemen. Pagafy standing up on the left side. Tyler will rush 4. Purdue looks. He throws down the right side. Overthrows the intended receiver, and a late flag thrown on Jordan Pollard. The back judge took a long look. That was an uncatchable ball. They should wave that off. That throw pass interference against Tyler, but that pass was so far over his head, that's an uncatchable ball.
And a late penalty flag as well. So, yeah, I think you got a good point, but it looks like the penalty will stand. That's a huge one.
Yeah, okay.
That's a big one.
That gives the Broncos an opportunity with 37 seconds left. Remember what happened here 2 weeks ago. Navarra scored right before halftime and turned the tide of that game. The Apaches are trying not to let that happen again. They lead by 7. First down for the Broncos at the Tyler 39-yard line. Here comes the late blitz, and again, Purdue flushed out. He is hit as he throws downfield and overthrows everybody on purpose. He got clobbered that time by Cody Fletcher and Devontae Wheatley, who were spending time in the Bronco backfield on the blitz. And it'll be a second down and 10, down to 31 seconds left to play.
Purdue felt the backside pressure from the Apaches and had to unload the football, basically threw it out of bounds.
Tyler trying not to give up a late score before halftime in their own ballpark. With a second down and 10 at the Tyler 39-yard line, down to 31 seconds left here in the first half. They lead by 7. Here comes the blitz again. Purdue steps up, hit as he throws downfield, overthrows the intended receiver on that play, Cam Saunders, on a crossing route. Third down and 10. That only burned 5 seconds, 26 seconds left to play.
That time pressure provided by Bryce Hines forces another bad pass by Purdue. Good job by the Apaches.
Apaches get 3 guys out, 3 fresh troops in the ball game, and they add some DBs back there. The Apaches going with 5 DBs, 2 linebackers. They've now play it a little bit more honestly here, and a couple of new guys up on the defensive front. Cody Dillard has checked in. And on a third down and 10 at the 39-yard line, here's the snap. Back to pass again. Purdue hit as he throws downfield. This is going to be a jump ball intercepted. Tyler Junior College picks it off. Brandon Johnson returns it to the 20. That's his 4th pick of the year. And all he had to do was just wait for that pass. Landed right in his breadbasket. And number 13, Brandon Johnson for Tyler, returns it to the 20-yard line with 16 seconds to go.
Well, easy interception. I was hoping he'd get a little bit better return, but give their wide receiver, Jalen Jackson, credit on the tackle. That's a nice job after the interception.
Again, Johnson last week at Trinity Valley, remember first half, he dropped what might have been a pick six that who knows what it might have led it. It would have tied the game early at 7. As it turned out, he dropped it. Tyler wound up losing big to Trinity Valley. Not that that would have turned the tide of the game, but you never know in these kind of games. Tyler has it, and they will take a knee here, I think, as Gerber will take a knee, and I think he'll let the clock run out.
They're going to call a timeout. Hey, they have 3 timeouts, so the Apaches can't take a knee here. They're going to go ahead and call a timeout.
So they called a timeout. Interesting. With 13 seconds left, going to make the Apaches work a little bit here. We'll take a quick break as well. 13 seconds left in the first half. Tyler 14. New Mexico Military 7, back in 30 seconds on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
Since 1977, animal lovers have been getting the best help for their pets and livestock from Doctors Mike Williams and Marcus Alexander at North Tyler Veterinary Clinic. Get your pet preventative care, like heartworm treatment and annual rabies vaccinations. Call 595-3631 for an appointment. You can call for emergencies or mobile ranch service, too. At North Tyler Veterinary Clinic, Highway 271 and the Loop in Tyler, proud sponsors of today's game.
92.1 FM, the Team.
Tyler trying to run out the clock here. Second down. The Apaches are going to hand the ball off on 2nd and 11 to Russell. And he's upfield to the 25-yard line. Nice run by Russell. And they're going to call another timeout, I think.
Yeah, they did. Why not? I mean, force the Apaches to punt.
Yeah.
And you might set up a punt return. In fact, one of the best punt returns set up their only touchdown. So make the Apaches, punt the football if you can and at least try to set up a punt return.
8 seconds left, 3rd and 5. The Apaches will run a play here, and then they'll call their final timeout. Tyler will have to punt. Remember what happened 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
With less than a minute to go, the Apaches are up 24-0 against Navarra, and then disaster struck. They had a punt blocked for a safety or for a touchdown, and then the Apaches inadvertently really called a mistakenly called a timeout and had to punt the ball when they could have run out the clock. Navarra got the ball, scored with 2 seconds left, and that turned the tide of that game.
And the season.
And on a 3rd and 5, snap it to Gerber. He'll hand the ball off to J.T. Smith. Smith looking to get to the edge, and they're going to tackle him at the 21 and call the timeout with 2 seconds left. And so Tyler they lose 4 yards on that run by Smith. They burn their last timeout. They're going to force the Apaches. I guess here, do you even bother to punt, or do you just take a knee here if you're the Apaches?
Yeah, good question.
You take a knee, don't you?
The one thing you don't want to do is turn it over. I think you're right about that. You don't want to give them an opportunity to return it.
Gerber takes the snap and takes a knee, do you not? I mean, that runs out the last 2 seconds. You do not snap the ball. Dunlop's not coming into the game.
And certainly don't want to punt it. Give them a chance to set up a punt return. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, the Apaches are going to snap the ball to Gerber and just let him go back there and take a knee and run out these last 2 seconds. Do not snap the ball to the punter. Tyler's had trouble punt blocking all year, or in their own punt formation, blocking for their punter Dunlop all year long. And Gerber's out of the shotgun. They'll snap it to him. Gerber back, and he's going to take a knee at the 13-yard line, and that'll do it for the first half. Good job by the Apaches to kill the clock in the end, and at halftime, Tyler Junior College goes to the locker room leading New Mexico Military 14-7 on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the field. This afternoon, we wish to honor the 2016-2017 Women's National Championship Tennis Team. Last year, this squad finished with a perfect 21-0 record, capturing the 18th Women's Tennis National Championship and the 56th national title in school history. This afternoon, they will be receiving their national championship rings. Presenting the rings will be Athletic Director Dr. Tim Drain and Assistant Athletic Director Kelsey Weeks. Please join me in congratulating the 2016-2017 Women's National Champions. Jasmine Asgar. Michaela Erspermer. Ocean Garabal. Yuna Ito. Kalani Soli. Richard Legendre. Cynthia Pinata. Brent Krivokapich. Kim Kettleson. And head coach Dash Cannell. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating the 2016-2017 Women's Tennis National Champions. Madison Duval from Saxe, Krista Bowman from Forney, Caitlin Peacock from Rockwall, and Gracie Anderson from Tyler.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your entertainment, welcome to the field, the 2017 Tyler Junior College Apache Marching Band. The Apache Band is under the direction of drum majors Devin Gilbert and Darren Castellano. Featured twirlers for the band are Elizabeth Maddox and Sammy Razak. Featuring the songs Any Way You Want It, Don't Stop Believe It, and Separate Way. The 2017 Apache Band presents the music of Journey.
The Apache Bells will be traveling to Costa Rica, performing 3 different times, including an international soccer game. If you're interested in sponsoring an Apache Bell, please contact the Apache Bells through apachebell.com.
More than 70 years serving Tyler and East Texas. Online at bullardsiding.com. Bullard Siding.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Back at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, where the Tyler Junior College Apaches take a 14-7 lead into the third quarter against the New Mexico Military Broncos. The Apaches National Championship women's tennis team recognized at halftime. They got their championship rings, and the Apaches desperately needing a win today to give them an opportunity to maybe beat Kilgore on homecoming next Saturday and wrap up that playoff spot that they so desperately want. They started out the year off to a great start and then lose after a 5-0 start to Navarra here 2 weeks ago. And now they've lost 2 in a row. So they really, really need this win today. New Mexico Military, on the other hand, looking for their first conference win. Pretty good football team. They just don't have a W to show for it in conference play yet. So that's the backdrop this afternoon. The 2 teams are back out on the field, Kevin Simon, and we are about set for the third quarter. What did the first half? Not a lot of points in the first half. What do the numbers look like?
Well, I'll tell you what, Nicholas Gerber actually had a pretty good first half, 11 of 17, 184 yards, and a touchdown pass. Russell leads the Apaches rushing 9 carries 33 yards. Bill, 4 catches for 68. The Apaches rush for 52, pass for 184, a total of 236 yards. For New Mexico Military, they had 68 rushing, 61 passing, a total of 129 yards.
The Apache volleyball team wins today at Navarra. They went 3-0 and beat the Navarra Lady Bulldogs in volleyball this afternoon. So that's a quick look. We on Tuesday had the Region 14 Basketball Media Day. Basketball season is just around the corner for the Apache men and women. And homecoming next week. The game next Saturday afternoon. Tyler and Kilgore here at the stadium beginning at 3 o'clock. It's 14-7 as the Apaches lead as we get ready for the third quarter. TJC's Logan Fuller with a 3-yard touchdown run and Gerber's 38-yard pass to Justin Bailey, where Tyler scores. The touchdown pass from Purdue to Griffin, the only score for the Broncos. as the Apaches again won the toss and deferred, so Tyler Junior College will have the ball first to start the third quarter.
The all-important first possession to open up the second half. So let's see if the Apaches can come out strong and put something together, be consistent on offense, and get on the scoreboard again.
All right, so TJC again a 5-2 overall record, 3-2 in the league, and a win today would put them at 4-2, but they've still got some work to do. The kick is away. It'll be taken at the goal line by Ward, going left to the 10, 15. Bumps in one of his own men at the 20-yard line and runs out of bounds at around the 20, maybe the 21. That's where the Apaches will start first down at 10. Going left to right here in the third quarter. Tyler in their home black pants, jerseys, gold numerals with Block Tyler across the front.
The ball is spotted at the 21 of the Apache.
And the black helmet with the white and gold trim and the Apache logo on the side in black and gold. New Mexico military wearing dark pants, white jersey, silver numeral or gray numeral trimmed in red, and a black helmet. On the road today, a long way from here to Roswell, New Mexico. And it'll be first and 10 Apaches. Nick Gerber, the freshman from Levelland, has Jaquez Russell in the backfield, and he hands to Russell, and Russell gets swallowed up and gets hit hard on the first play of the third quarter. He got smacked 3 times. Linebacker named Bevian out of Vienna, Austria, made the play. No gain, second down.
Yeah, smacked is a good word for it. He took a helmet full or a mouth full of helmet on the play. Good job by their defense.
All right, second down and 10. TJC with a 14-7 lead. Ball on the left hash, 3 receivers to the right, hand off Russell, and this time he pops for about 4, maybe 5, depending on where they mark him. 25 possibly is more as far as the 26. Let's see where they put it down. It's going to be a 4-yard gain. They mark him at the 25. It'll be a third down and 6 on that carry by Jaquez Russell from Jacksonville, Florida for the Apaches. Out of the shotgun, third down and 6 for TJC. They'd love to have a nice long drive here to start the third quarter and get some momentum going here. 3 receivers split out to the near side. Gerber has Russell in the backfield. The tight end lined up left, and a whistle blows, and the Apaches are going to be guilty of a 5-yard penalty. So they keep hurting themselves with silly penalties, and these false start motion penalties just drive you crazy. Instead of third and 6, the 5-yard walk-off will make it a third down and 11 for the Apaches.
The Apaches had 5 penalties for 39 yards in the first half, and they've got to clean that up. Certainly didn't need one there.
Nope, and now it's third down and 11, back at the 20-yard line. And again, this is dangerous territory here early in the ball game. Let's see if they can make a play. Gerber being flushed out of the pocket, and he's sacked all the way back at the 7-yard line. Oh, boy, not a great start here in the third quarter. Coming off the edge that time, a blitzing outside player that time. I believe that's Matt Peters. Out of Cologne, Germany, as a matter of fact. How about that? And he makes the play, and the Apache quarterback is sacked. They call it the 8-yard line. Tyler will have to punt from their own end zone. And we know what an adventure Apache punts have been this year. So if the Broncos are going to make a statement here early in the third quarter, this might be the time to do it. Dunlop will kick it away. They go for it. He barely got it away. It's a line drive kick. Bounces at the 45 across midfield and takes a big Tyler roll inside the 35 down to the 33 down near the 32-yard line. Oh, my goodness. They came close to blocking that one in the end zone. I don't know why the Apaches have had such a hard time this year protecting their punter. It has been something I know they've worked on. Coach Palmer and I talked about it before the game. But darn it, they almost got Dunlop in the end zone and did it again. But he got it out of there.
Yeah, for the second time today, that one, they had one earlier that was almost blocked as well, but he did a good job to get it out of there and got a favorable roll.
Special teams are not necessarily glamorous, but they will get you beat if you're not good at it. 3 receivers right on first down. Purdue runs the option. Purdue's going to be hit. He's not fast, and that time he decided to keep it, and when he did, Cody Fletcher was the first guy there, along with DeTorian Smith and about 2 other black jerseys. Bird is in on the tackle, and they smack him.
And he's hurt.
Loss on the play, and he's down.
Their quarterback is hurt. It's an arm injury. He took a shot to the solar plexus, and he's down, and not sure if they can afford to lose Purdue, but he's not the guy to run an option. He is very slow, and that play didn't look good from the starting. Again, he took a big shot, and he's still down.
Again, their starting quarterback, Monty Turner, not available today. or at least apparently not available, and so Brandon Perdue got the start, and he's played pretty well. He's up and walking off the field, but he'll have to come out for at least one play. And the new quarterback in the game is a kid named Cody Frampton out of Lehigh, Utah. He's played briefly this year, but this will be his first snap of the day. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And again, the Apaches lowered the boom on the quarterback that time. So Frampton is in the ball game. And he's in the shotgun. He's got a back behind him on a 2nd down and long at their own 33-yard line and a 4 wide receiver set. He'll fake the handoff and throw it near side. It completes the pass along the near side out to the 40-yard line. That was a nice little running pitch and catch to Saunders. And he got the ball out near the 40, maybe the 41-yard line.
He got a really good spot. I didn't think he had gotten that far upfield, but that makes it a 3rd and makeable, 3rd and short now.
He stays in the game, 3rd down and 2 at the 41-yard line. Tyler up 7 as we start the 3rd. But again, it's a precarious lead for the Apaches. 4 down, 4 linemen, and a running play for the quarterback on the option. I think he's a little bit short of the first down. He faked the handoff. Smith got him at about the 42-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 1. How about that?
Brandon Johnson.
It looks like they're going to keep the offense out there right now at least, and that was a nice tackle by TJC.
4th and 1, and Saunders stays in, or the quarterback, Frampton, stays in the game. They're at their own 42-yard line. 4th and 1. And again, they're an 0-5 team this year, and are they going to go for it?
Looks like it.
If they do, this is a big play. 4th down and 1 at their own 42-yard line. They snap it. Frampton throws the pass near side, completes it. 1st down, 46-yard line on a bubble screen pitch and catch to number 29, Pacino, and that is a 1st down.
Well, that's what you do, as you mentioned, when you're 0-5. You got to take some chances you wouldn't ordinarily take, and that's a good job of converting on 4th down.
Kind of a dangerous pass
it really
to Pacino, but they convert it for a 1st down, picked up about 4 on the play, and it'll be 1st down at their own 46-yard line. Quarterback Frampton fakes the handoff. He'll run the option. He's going to turn it across the 50 to the Tyler 46-yard line. That's a gain of 8. We've seen it in the past in this league. We've seen the Apaches knock out starting quarterbacks only to have backups come in and really hurt them.
Navarro, I think it happened against Navarro a few years back, but yeah, so far he's off to a decent start.
That was a night when their 3rd-team quarterback had a career night on the Apaches. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Stacked both ways. Far hash, 2nd and short. Jackson into the Tyler secondary and a 1st down on a big run to the Tyler 31-yard line. Chewing the Apaches up on that play. Cody Fletcher finally made the tackle.
They've got it going on offense. The Apaches need to tighten up and try to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So I don't know if you relax when that new guy comes in the game, think, oh, boy, we just got the starter out of the game. Well, that's not working that way right now. This kid's doing a good job from the far hash of the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Going right to left, man goes in motion. Frampton fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it, and he's going to pick up 3 to the 28-yard line. Apaches really don't know what to do with him right now. Sutton in on the tackle, and they're going to let him stay in the ball game. Got a tight end coming in the game. In fact, they bring in 3 fresh bodies, and they'll line up on 2nd down and 7 at the Tyler 28-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, and they've got a fullback and a running back in the backfield. Hand the ball off to Jackson. Jackson's hit at the line of scrimmage, and they knocked his helmet off at the 27-yard line. Picked up a yard, and that helmet comes rolling out of there because he got walloped that time by a couple of Apaches, and Bird and Smith again in on the tackle. Bird has been on a bunch of plays today.
Smith also there.
3rd and 5 coming up at the Tyler 26-yard line.
Another big 3rd down coming up for the Apache defense.
Ball's at the 26. They need to gain the 21. I'm guessing this might be 4-down territory now, with a running back in the backfield and 4 wide receivers on a 3rd down and 5. Frampton, the quarterback, out of Utah, standing in the shotgun about 6 yards behind the center, takes the snap. He's going to option pitch it to the near side, and they run it to the 22, close to the 1st down. That's once again this kid, Poulard, out of Louisiana. He is tackled near the 23, and that's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, and as you mentioned, they'll keep the offense out there and try to convert here on 4th down for the 2nd time in this possession.
It's 4th and 2, really, with about 9 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Here's another big play in this drive. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They bring a tight end into the ball game. Poulard in the backfield, fake the handoff. The quarterback's going to throw it far side. Caught, and that's a 1st down. Man, that was a really nice pass. He threw it over an Apache linebacker and lofted that to Saunders on a running pass to the far sideline, and that's another low percentage pass that they complete for a first down.
Two Apaches jumped one receiver and left the other one wide open for the first down.
First down at the Tyler Junior College 18-yard line. So the New Mexico Military Broncos hand the ball to Poulard. He's hit this time at the 16-yard line after a short gain.
Yeah, the late penalty flag.
And a late penalty flag. Wheatley asking the official what that was about. Let's see what it is about. Boy, Pollard has been a busy guy today. It's a pickup of about 2 yards. Let's see what the penalty is. Holding against the offense. That'll negate that run. The tackle made by Tyler linebacker Bryce Hines, by the way, but take it back on a 10-yard penalty for holding against the offense.
Frampton is more of a threat than Purdue to run the football. He's got a lot more speed at the quarterback position.
8:26 to go. This game has moved along quite nicely because both teams have really played it fairly close to the vest today so far. First down and 20 at the 28-yard line. Far side, the short side. Two receivers left, one to the right. Hand the ball off, and this time Jackson is hit in the backfield. It is Tyler's Ethan Rose coming in on a blitz. And when they handed the ball to Jackson, Ethan Rose, the Tyler strong safety, was in the backfield to make the play back at the 33-yard line. It'll be second down and 25.
Rose was almost there to take the handoff. Well played.
So second and long for Frampton, the new quarterback in the game. Two receivers left, two to the right there at the Apache 33-yard line. And it's Jackson with a handoff, and Jackson's hit by Wheatley. And that's a short gain. Well played again by the Apaches. Devontae Wheatley coming in off the edge. Also in on that tackle, Jordan Crawford for Tyler Junior College. And so it'll be third down at the 32-yard line, third and 24. Tyler absolutely has to make a play
They
here.
have to make a play here and maybe force a turnover if they decide to throw the ball.
Third down and 24 at the Tyler 32-yard line. A couple of big defensive plays by the Apaches and a penalty hurt the New Mexico military drive. Now it's third and long with a man going in motion. And Saunders is going to fake the handoff. He'll keep it himself. Saunders is into the Tyler secondary, and he got part of that back, got it to the 20-yard line, but that's all. It'll be fourth down. And I'm guessing they're going to bring the field goal unit out to try to cut this to a 4-point ball game. It'll be fourth down and 12 at the Tyler Junior College 20-yard line, and they're going to bring their field goal kicker, who missed earlier. His 47-yarder hit the crossbar. And Alex Alhamzo from Temple Terrace, Florida, will try this time a 37-yarder. From the left hash, he is a left-footed kicker. The kick is on the way. Bal Alhamza has got a strong leg, and the kick's good. With 6:32 to go in the third quarter, this is a 4-point ball game. Tyler 14, New Mexico Military 10. 92.1 FM, the team sports radio.
Your search for a home loan should start and end with Guild Mortgage, the Holyfield Group. Tom Holyfield has served East Texans and their mortgage needs for over 20 years. Guild Mortgage is located at 1300 Hollybrook Drive in Longview, Texas, 75605, and 6775 Old Jacksonville Highway, Suite 2 in Tyler, Texas, 75703. They're on the web at tomholyfield.com. Equal housing lender. Company NMLS number 3274. Tom Holyfield NMLS number 210861.
Ah, this is you. You graduated, maybe even took a semester off, and you're ready to choose your path. Well, TJC is top colleges in the nation, and it's a third of the cost of a state university. With more than 120 degrees and certificates, TJC has a program to help you get a jump start on the dream career you've always wanted. So get that backpack ready and sharpen those pencils. It's time to take hold of your destiny. So, ready to take that next step? We'll walk you through it. Find out more at tjc.edu.
This is The Team, 92.1 FM, KRWR Tyler. The Dan Patrick Show, 8 to 11. You're on The Team.
6:32 left to play in the third quarter. They just kicked a 37-yard field goal. The Apaches lead the Broncos 14-10.
13 plays, 47 yards, 6 minutes, and 18 seconds on the scoring drive.
And the Apaches hold them to a field goal. That's the good news. And the kick is away. Tyler Junior College will let that ball hit in the end zone and take the touchback.
Kickoff
start at the 25-yard line.
For a touchback. The Apaches will begin.
Well, we felt like this game had a chance to be very difficult today for the Apaches, although you also believe that Tyler would find a way to win it. The only two, the New Mexico military win this year And again, they're 2-5 there. They beat Arkansas Baptist 35-6. Did they not beat Cisco? I think.
No, they beat Air Force somebody, some
Okay.
kind of Air Force team.
Prep school, maybe?
Yeah.
Air Force prep.
2 non-conference, 2 wins are non-conference wins.
So Tyler Junior College will take over at the 25-yard line. Gerber has gone all the way for the injured Brendan Wood. Jaquez Russell in the backfield. Fake to him. Throw the quick slant upfield to Wiley, who I think picked that ball up before it hit the ground at the 31. Nice catch at the 30-yard line. 4-yard, 5-yard gain.
To Terrell
Gerber
Wiley.
with not a great pass, but Terrell Wiley made the catch for Tyler.
With the stop, second down.
Second down and 5 at the 30-yard line. 4 wide receivers set. Inside handoff to Russell. Nice hole. Russell banging upfield for 9 out to the 39-yard line. Well done that time by the Apache running back. Again, Randon Haynes was injured in the first half. Tanner Elliott is now playing the left guard position. Tyler moves people around a little bit. As a first down Apaches at the 39-yard line. This time a play action fake, and Gerber throwing down the left side. He had a man out there, but he overthrows the intended receiver, Joe Ward. That's happened all year long. Both Wooten and now Gerber overthrowing Joe Ward when he was actually kind of open on that play.
The Apaches have to find a way to get the ball in the hands of Ward. He's a playmaker, but they have a hard time getting him the ball.
Their leading receiver coming into play today at 37 catches, but again, they could get so much more out of him. Second down, there's movement, and Tyler just jumped, and they cost themselves 5 yards.
A whole lot of movement, really, on both sides.
If indeed it's against Tyler.
Yeah, both teams are pointing at each other. There's a lot of movement up front. It looks like it'll be against the Broncos. Well, at least the Apaches think so.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Well, let's see what they call it. It's going to be delay against the defense.
Number 93.
Called it disconcerting signals.
Yeah,
So they're calling it
barking out
snaps.
signals. Yeah. That's why almost half the Apache line moved on that play.
Yep. Second down and 5 at the 44-yard line. So a call you don't see made that often cost the Broncos 5 yards. Second and 5 at the 44-yard line. Snap it to Gerber, hand it to Russell. Russell breaks one tackle, then gets tripped up and knocked down at the line of scrimmage. First guy didn't get it.
To Russell.
Second and third guys did. So Russell
Brown
decked for a
with the tackle.
Gain of 0 at the 44-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5. Tyler wants to go quickly here. Russell stays in. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. See what the Apaches come up with here on a 3rd down. Gerber steps up and throws upfield. Bell caught. That's a Tyler first down at the 47-yard line. That stop route to Bell has been effective along the near sideline all afternoon long, and Jabal Bell catches it for a gain of about 8 and a Tyler first down.
That's a huge first down and a nice catch by Bell. He does a good job of using his hands to snatch that ball out of the air.
First down Apaches at the New Mexico Military 47-yard line. 5:05 left to play in the third quarter. TJC leading 14-10 here. And with the ball, 4 wide receivers set. Gerber drops the snap, and he's thrown the screen pass to Russell. Caught it anyway, and then is tackled at the 44-yard line. The timing on that play was messed up. Russell caught the ball, and I thought for a moment he was going to get a lot more than that.
Well, he missed the opening. The block was to the inside. He's got to take that ball to the inside. Or the block was to the outside. He went outside. He's got to turn it back inside, and there's plenty of room to work with.
Gain of 3, though. 2nd down 7, the 44-yard line. Apaches go with a 1 back, no tight end, 4 wide offense this time. 3 down linemen for the Broncos and a stand-up defensive end. As the play clock winds down to 10, we're down to 4:23 left to go in the third. Snap the football and hand it to Logan Fuller, and Fuller bangs it to the 41-yard line for a gain of 3. Got hit hard at the end of that play. A lot of contact today, a little pushing and shoving at the end of that play, but a big hit delivered that time by Ben Chisholm, a freshman linebacker. 3rd and 4, Kevin.
Yeah, you don't normally see Logan Fuller get knocked backwards, but he did on that play. It's a big hit by the Broncos.
3rd down and 4 at the 41-yard line. Near side, the short side. Going left to right here in the third quarter. Fuller stays in, back to pass. Gerber chased all the way back to his own 46 and sacked. Okay.
Gerber dropped in the backfield.
That's Chisholm again. And that was a jailbreak.
Yep.
Aaron Doncourt.
Too many guys to block. They had three defenders in the backfield around the quarterback that time, and
halftime
the Apaches will have to punt it away.
Valley, 17, Kilgore 17.
So that spark that we had hoped that the touchdown pass to Bailey might provide the Apaches. Has not materialized yet. Tyler gets into New Mexico military territory, and then it all stalls out. And the kick away from Dunlop is a wobbly kick, bounces at the 27, and takes a Tyler roll to the 17, and their guy just falls. Not sure what the heck he was thinking, but T.J. Williams recovered. Did it hit his own guy? I don't think so.
No, we see so many boneheaded plays on special teams, and that was one of them. Just get away from the ball.
Yeah. Whatever it was, it didn't hurt the Broncos, but again, you wonder what some of these, what these guys are thinking.
Well, Kilgore and Trinity Valley tied at half at 17 in other conference play.
Well, if Trinity Valley wins today, Kilgore's basically out. If Kilgore wins, then they'll come in here next week, and if Tyler were to win this game today and Kilgore wins today, basically they'd be playing for a playoff spot, would they not? Kilgore would jump up to 3-3 in the league, and they would have a chance to go 4-3 by beating Tyler next week. Tyler would then go to 4-2. So yeah, that would kind of be sort of a de facto playoff game next week if the Rangers happen to beat the Cardinals today, and we know that that's far from out of the question. But I'll tell you what, the way the Apaches have been anything but they have not been the dynamic team they were early in the year for the last 2.5 weeks, and they are hanging on right now, leading 14-10 with 3:05 to go in the third quarter here at the stadium, leading a New Mexico military team that appears to be a lot better than their 0-5 record. Very competitive ball club. The quarterback, Purdue, must have been hurt badly enough to keep him out for a second consecutive series because Frampton is back out there. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right, and a handoff on first down. And this is a nice run of about 9 yards right up the gut that time. And again, it is Poulard, the Louisiana-born running back. It is a gain of 10. They come mark him at the 28, and that is a first down.
Give him a good spot on it. That's a great run by Poulard right up the middle.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Going right to left. 14-10 Apaches, but New Mexico military with the ball. 2 receivers left and 2 to the right. Snap the football. Poulard. No, they fake the handoff to Poulard and throw the little hitch pass on the far side, upfield past the 35 to the 36-yard line. That's Cam Saunders. And that's a nice first down game for the New Mexico military Broncos. A Sherry Duran tackle after 8-yard gain makes it 2nd and 2.
A couple of good plays on first down in this possession for the Broncos.
2nd down at the 36-yard line. Again, the Broncos go right to left. They kicked a field goal on their last trip down the field to cut it to a four-point ball game and a pitch sweep. Poulard has room, spins on Tyler at the 40-yard line, picks up about 3. Nice tackle in the open field by the Apache, Irvin Hill.
Irvin Hill with the tackle.
And that turns out to be a first down. It's a first down run on a 2nd and short, so it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Apaches got caught up inside, allowed the ball carrier to get around him and upfield for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line, going right to left. We're down to 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Both teams keeping it on the ground a lot today. And Frampton, the quarterback, hands it to Poulard. Poulard goes left and then right up the gut, and he burned the Apaches for about 7 more on that play. That didn't look like much of anything when it started. By the time it ended, he had 7 yards, and Cody Dillard had to make the tackle.
3rd straight play on first down, at least. They've been very good. That's what you do. That's what you have to do to win ball games.
2nd down and 3 at the 47-yard line. We're down to 1:15 left to play here in the third. And for the moment, it kind of appears up here like New Mexico military kind of has the momentum at the moment. Hand the ball to Poulard, getting to the edge, being chased by Marquez Bird, who grabs him and brings him down, I think, about a half a yard short of the first down in front of their bench. Nice open field tackle. It'll be 3rd down and less than a yard at the 49-yard line with 50 seconds to go in the third.
That's a great tackle by Bird. He actually overran the ball carrier but got his hand on his jersey and pulled him down.
3rd down and less than a yard. Slot left, running back Poulard in the backfield behind Frampton. 3 receivers from the far hash. Going to hand the ball to Poulard, and Poulard's going to have the first down. He picked up 2 to the Tyler Junior College 49-yard line. That may do it for the third quarter. Clock stops while they reset the chains at the third with 35 seconds to go here in the third. And they don't have to run another play in the third quarter unless they want to. They restart the clock at 32, 31-30. Looks like they will. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Late third quarter, Tyler Junior College up 14-10. But the Broncos with the ball. Saunders, play action fake, rolling out, will keep it, and runs over an Apache and gets yardage to the 41-yard line. Picked up 8. And that should do it. I'll tell you what, he ran over Fletcher that time. And I think that'll do it for the third quarter. We're down to 5, down to 4. The third quarter comes to an end here at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium. Tyler 14 and New Mexico Military 7 on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
At Tyler Ford, we know that the best time for you to buy a car or truck is when you're ready. That's why we never have gimmicky sales or mail you a scratch off that tells you want either a car, a TV, or a coffee maker. We discount our vehicles every day of the month, so we're always ready when you're ready. Our job is to get you every discount we can so you can save as much money as possible. Like right now, 2017 F-150 XLT crew cabs, $8,000 off plus 0% for 60 months. Another thing we've been doing a lot of lately, let us customize your truck with our full line of lift kits, custom wheels and tires and accessories. Our advantage over aftermarket is our customized trucks are covered under your new factory warranty. And the cost, well, they can be included in the financing. So if the time's right for you, the right place for you is Tyler Ford. I'm David Irwin. We're Tyler Ford, and we are the real deal.
92.1 FM, the Team.
Tyler 14, New Mexico Military 10 as we start the fourth quarter here. New Mexico Military is in Tyler territory, moving the ball. For the moment, again, it just kind of feels like they have the momentum right now. Tyler leads the game, Kevin, but New Mexico Military has a 2nd and 2 at the Apache 41-yard line.
Well, you said earlier that the Apaches are hanging on, and I think that's the appropriate word. It feels like they're just hanging on right now.
All right, so the Apaches with an opportunity here to get that 4th conference win, but they've got work to do here in the fourth quarter. Looking for that big spark here. New Mexico Military not willing to go away quietly this afternoon. 2nd and 2, fake the handoff to Poulard, and there's a nice play on the edge. TJC's Brandon Johnson coming up as they fake the handoff, and the quarterback Frampton runs the option. He's tackled at the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 at the Tyler 41.
That is well played by the Apache defense. They're going to use all 4 downs again if they don't convert here.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. 3rd and 2 at the Tyler 41-yard line. Poulard in the backfield. Frampton in for the injured Brandon Purdue. Tyler will run blitz, and I think they were offsides. Well, let's see. Sherry Duran was in the neutral zone. Maybe they were drawn off.
Well, they had a right tackle that moved as well. We'll see which way the call goes. It is against...
Yeah, that helps Tyler. That's a false start against the offense. Duran saw that, and he stepped into the neutral zone and was across the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped, but that was because their guy moved.
Yeah, and this could prove to be big if the Apaches make a stop, but they'll have to make a stop.
Just underway in the fourth quarter. Tyler has a touchdown run from Fuller and a touchdown pass to Bailey. The Broncos have a touchdown pass to Griffin and a 37-yard field goal by Alhamsi. It's 3rd down and 7 at the Tyler 46-yard line. Big play here. Early fourth quarter, back to pass Frampton. Being rushed, throws the deep ball down the near sideline, and it's intercepted. DeArve Brown intercepts it at the 6-yard line for the Apaches, and they take over their 2nd interception of the day.
A great coverage, first of all, and a nice read on the pass for Brown to go up and high point that thing and come down with it, and that's a huge play, huge stop. The Apache defense.
Frampton looking for Felder, underthrew him just a bit, but DeArve Brown, 3rd pick of the year, make that 3 interceptions for the freshman from Paris, and the Apaches take over at the 6-yard line.
Oklahoma.
2 interceptions today by that Apache defense. Now, the offense needs to go to work right here and make that thing pay off.
14:05 to go in the fourth quarter, and the Apaches take over. If they could somehow win this game today, then get that confidence going again. Again, in this crazy league, anything can happen.
That's right.
And so it's Gerber from his own goal line. Throws the bubble screen upfield, and that ball was a bad pass that was almost intercepted. Probably should have been. I'm not sure what the heck they were doing there, trying to throw a bubble screen to Jamal Bell, and there were 3 white shirts around the ball. I'm amazed nobody intercepted.
Well, it was close, and Gerber cannot throw that ball into traffic. There were way too many white jerseys in that area to throw that football. The Apaches get a break.
No reason, just give it to them, guys. It's 2nd and 10 at the 6-yard line. And how about some first downs? Let's move the ball out of their own deep in their own territory. Hand it near side, and here's J.T. Smith, and that's the way to do it. Turns the corner at the 5, out past the 10. He gets it to the 15-yard line. And Smith with a 9-yard run, and boy, did they need that. It's still 3rd and 1, but at least it's a 3rd and very makeable 1 yard for time.
Nice job by the left side of that offensive line to allow Smith to turn the corner.
Brandon Haynes back in the ball game after being injured in the first half, and Justin Durant lined up as a tight end. In fact, Tyler goes double tight ends. 3rd and 1 at the 15-yard line, and the Apaches need this first down. Here in the 4th quarter, Gerber takes the snap, hands it to Smith. Smith is stoned and didn't get it. You need a yard, and you don't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And Tyler faces a 4th down. Oh, boy, you got to have that 3rd and 1. You're going to win this game. You got to make that play. And they got rocked at the line of scrimmage and got nothing. It's 4th and 1, and they'll have to punt it away. That's a bad, bad series.
Pretty much the story of the day for the Apache offense. It's been spotty at best. A good play followed by a not-so-good play, and they'll be forced to punt.
Yeah, boy, you got to have that play. And Dunlop at the 1. The Apaches are not terribly good at blocking for him on these. Dunlop barely gets it away. A pretty good end-over-end kick. That'll hit at the 40 and take a huge Tyler roll. Picked up at the 11-yard line and run out of bounds at the 15. That was a great punt by Dunlop. It took an end-over-end barrel roll for about another 20 yards downfield, and that was a great job by the Tyler sophomore punter, Tyler Dunlop.
Well, he absolutely had to have that one. That's a great job by Dunlop to get it off and get off a great punt.
So the Broncos take over at the 17-yard line, and at least they flip field position on that. And again, Tyler up 14-10 with 12:42 to go here in the 4th quarter. And there's a timeout on the field. We'll take a 30-second break. Tyler up 14-10 in the 4th. Back in 30 seconds on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
When seeking medical care, would you settle for a minimally trained doctor who rushes through, isn't thorough, and lacks that personal touch? Of course not. Likewise, when in need of vehicle collision repair, don't settle for those characteristics either. Simply choose Davis Green Paint and Body. Davis Green maintains the highest level of training, carefully plans and carries out a specific repair process, all while delivering outstanding customer care. And they've done it that way for 65 years. Davis Green Paint and Body. You're driving home their reputation.
92.1 FM, the Team.
Beautiful punt from his own 15-yard line. Flip field position, Tyler Dunlop all the way down, picked up at the 11, and returned to the 17-yard line. So the New Mexico Military Broncos down 14-10, have the ball. Tyler leading, 4th quarter 14-10, a lot of time left. The Apaches looking for a win any way they can get one. And it has been a tough assignment today against the 0-5 Broncos, a much better team than their record. They had their 3rd-string quarterback, Frampton, in the ball game after an injury. Draw play, handoff to Jackson. Check that 3-yard gain out to the 20. The running back on that one was Raycon Webb. Tyler takes him down at the 20. That's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Better job on first down by the Apache defense. Good job.
All right, so moving left to right here in the 4th quarter. Again, Frampton, the quarterback, he stands 6'3", weighs about 230, big kid. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Running back in the ball game, and a man goes in motion, and they hand it to him on the jet sweep. Strung out over there, turns the corner, and he's going to be close to a first down going to the outside. That is Pacino again. And he's close to a first down out near the 25-yard line, maybe further out than that.
Yeah, they give him the spot. Good spot. Yeah, it's the first down. But again, the Apaches get caught up inside and allow him to turn the corner. Got to stay. You can't allow him to break containment, and that's exactly what happened there.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line. 11:50 to go in the game. Apaches lead by 4. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They've got a slot guy there. And they'll keep it on the ground and a handoff again. for a short gain. This is Webb. Got a yard out to about the 28-yard line. Apaches do a nice job that time of winning a battle at the line of scrimmage. Hogue and Wheatley teaming up on the tackle.
Cody Fletcher in on the tackle.
Fletcher, the middle linebacker, gets a piece of that. Second down at the 28-yard line, second down and 9. Both teams have done a lot of running today. Nobody has really hit the home run on the ground, but they've been grinding away at each other this afternoon. It's been a physical game. On the option, deep pitch near side, and the Apaches are all over Webb. Back at the 21-yard line. Great job by Bird and Wheatley and Fletcher. And, boy, I'll tell you what, Tyler Junior College played that one very well. And, again, you can't say enough about Bird today and the job that he's done. That's a loss, and it'll be a third down and about 15 coming up.
That time they don't allow the ball carrier to get outside and make a great tackle as well.
So the Tyler defense making another play. Third down and 15 at the 22-yard line. 3 receivers split out far side of the field toward the visiting sideline, back to pass. Steps up. Frampton hit as he throws upfield. Ball caught and close to a first down, but I think a yard short at the 36. In traffic that time to the tight end. It'll be 4th and 1. And based on what they've been doing all day, I got to believe they'll go for it.
It looks like it. Tight end was way too wide open on that play, and the Apaches were late getting on.
4th down and 1 at their own 36. If the Tyler Apaches could get a stop here, what a great opportunity it would be. Snap the ball. Hand it off. No, it's a keeper, but a quarterback, and he has the first down. Fool me. Fake the handoff to Webb, and the quarterback Frampton with an easy 6-yard gain that had the Apaches fooled as well out to the 42-yard line. That is a first down on another 4th down conversion.
Well, that big play on 3rd down, again, the tight end was left wide open for good yardage.
Remember, they've got to score a touchdown to take the lead, and the clock's ticking down. 9:45 left to go. 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. They got nothing to lose. Tyler has everything to lose here today. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, and a handoff into the secondary, and a gain of 15 for Webb to the Tyler 44-yard line.
They've been pretty good on first down here in the second half. The Apaches just getting beat up front on that play.
Yeah, gashed the Apaches that time for 15. First down at the Tyler 44-yard line. Humid afternoon. The Apaches have to be a little winded. Bird comes out. Hines checks into the game as the Broncos move the football. Keeper, throw it near side, complete the pass. Passero caught inside the Tyler 40-yard line to the 36 and runs over to Apaches. His momentum carried him to the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 8, 2nd down and 2.
Great job on first down once again. It's really given the Apaches problems.
Yeah, 2nd down and 2 at the Tyler 36-yard line. The Apaches need to make some plays. They're watching their season slip away here. The Broncos still have to score a touchdown. 2nd down and 2. Blitz coming. They throw the bubble screen left off the fingertips of Passero because he, I think, felt the heat of a defensive back bearing down on him. But Tyler really got good pressure that time on the quarterback, and I think he had to hurry his pass. It'll be a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, that pressure forced a bad pass. I think if he can make the connection, they probably pick up the first down. So good job by the Apache defense.
3rd down and 2 at the Tyler 36-yard line. Again, 4-down territory as we wind down with 8.5 minutes left to go in the game. Snap the football, hand the ball off to the running back, and they stack him up. Short of the first down. That's Webb, caught at the 36, maybe spun to the 35. It'll be 4th down again. This has been the story all afternoon. They have had time after time to go for it on 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 2, and you know they're going to go for it.
Absolutely, and expect Frampton to have the run-pass option. The Apaches are going to have to play their lanes. Got an injured player walking off the field. They're going to have to be disciplined here and play their lane. Again, expect the quarterback, Frampton, to have a run-pass option.
Can the Apaches stop him? It's 4th and 2 at the Tyler 36-yard line. They made a 4th and 2 a moment ago. That extended a drive at their own 36. Now they're at the Tyler 36-yard line. So it's 4th down. And the clock's at 8:25 left to go. They are down by 4. TJC, again, with in a position where they have that advantage. The visitors must score a touchdown to take the lead in the game. They've scored a touchdown and kicked a field goal today. That's all. Now the referee will confer with Coach Fortner along that far sideline.
They're not sure what they could be talking about.
Wearing that bright red shirt, maybe arguing about field position at this point. But again, it's 4th down and 2. No way to review field position.
That's what, I mean, it looks like he's asking for a review. We don't have that.
Well, I think he's, my guess is that he's arguing about field position.
He wants the ball placed.
We're moving the ball to the left hash.
Okay, all right, moving it to the left hash toward their sideline. All right, so it's a 3rd down, which would leave the near side as the wide side of the field, and they have really run that, kept the Apaches guessing on those option plays by Frampton, the backup quarterback today. 4th down and 2 at the Tyler 36-yard line. Can the Apache offense make a play, or the Apache defense make a play? Tied into the ball game, man in motion. Snap, hand the ball off. There's a nice run. He's got a lot of room to the 20-yard line, to the 15, and Webb's out of bounds. At the 14-yard line, there's a penalty flag down.
Looks like holding. I think this one might come back.
Maybe that's why he had so much running room over there. It's holding against the offense.
Yeah. Well, you see why they wanted the ball on the left hash as well. They wanted that play to go off to the right side, but while the Apaches get a huge break, it's a holding call.
And they'll have to punt. How about that? It was 4th and 2, and they run the ball to the Tyler 14-yard line, but it's called back for a holding penalty. When they tried to seal the edge to the wide side of the field, one of their guys grabbed an Apache, and that will wave it off. And now on a 4th and 12, they're going to apparently punt the football away to Tyler.
The Apaches have to be ready for a fake. I don't think they're going to fake it here, but you have to be ready.
Ethan Rose back deep at the 11-yard line for Tyler Junior College with 8:04 to go. Assuming they punt the ball, the Apaches really need a long drive here. They need some points. It's a beautiful punt. And Rose will let this ball hit at the 1-yard line, and it goes into the end zone. I think that ball hit right on the goal line. I mean, that ball point down, hit on the goal line, which kept it from being down at the half-yard line because that thing literally, like a golf shot, hit right at the goal line. So Tyler will get the ball at the 20, but, man, that was a beautiful punt.
Next Saturday afternoon,
the Apaches have to make some things happen here on offense. They need to score some points. They don't need to just move the ball. They need to put some points on the board.
And they've had a hard time doing that for the last 2.5 weeks.
It's just an uneasy feeling in the stadium. The Apaches need to score some points.
They were up 24-0 2 weeks ago to Navarra. Wound up losing at 37-26. Were outscored 37-2 after a 24-0 lead. Didn't score a touchdown in the second half against Navarra. Got 1 touchdown against Trinity Valley last week, have scored 2 today.
Yeah, they haven't been the same team.
The offense has not been the same in the last 2.5 weeks. Now would be a nice time for that offense to find itself again.
Yeah, they need to score some points. Like I said, they got to put some distance between themselves and the Broncos right here. The defense has played well enough, and now the offense they have to put something together.
Half a quarter left. There hasn't been a whole lot of life in the stadium today. People have not been. Yeah, they could get the fans in the game, do something to get the crowd back into this thing and give themselves a lift here and get this win. They're up 14-10. They've got the ball at the 20-yard line. Half a quarter left to go here against New Mexico Military. And it's 1st and 10. Smith in the backfield. Tight end in motion, Killen. And a handoff to Smith. Pops it outside. Got room 30. And that's a gain of about 11, maybe 12. Nice run by J.T. Smith. Ran right at the left tackle and then bounces it outside for a gain of 12 to the 32-yard line.
Smith did a great job to bounce it outside. Didn't find anything between the tackles. Got it outside and upfield for the first down.
Nice job today by Smith. And now Jaquez Russell comes back in. We haven't seen Jeremy Wilson, nor have we seen Shannon Vaughns today. Russell started the game in the backfield. Tyler has used 5 different backs this year. 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Killen in motion, sets up on the left. Hand the ball off to Russell. Russell with a little bit of a seam out to the 35, maybe the 36. They push him out near the 40-yard line. You can do that. That was a rugby scrum. His guys push him all the way to the 40-yard line, and after all of that, that is a gain of right at 8 yards for Tyler.
They stopped for about a 4-yard gain before he got the push. Good job by the Apache offense.
Russell gets up limping a bit, but that's a gain of 8. We're at 6:50 left to go in the game. The Apaches just grinding right at New Mexico Military, and when they get the ball, they're grinding back.
That's right, yeah.
This game has moved along quickly today. We're down to 6:40 left to go. 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line, and the Apaches move. Brandon Haynes was way ahead of the play, and the Apaches again cost themselves 5 yards. It would have been 2nd and 2, and now it's going to be 2nd and 7.
2nd and short. Can't have that happen. Again, a lot of movement on the left side of the offensive line, and that'll cost them 5.
Again, not sure why they continue to do that, but again, that's not winning football. If you're going to put one of these games away, you got to not do that. Those are the little plays that won't show up in the box score that will get you beat. 2nd and 7. Very makeable for TJC. No more mistakes. Killing in motion. Hand the ball off. Russell gets it outside. Russell, though, hit at the 36-yard line and dropped after a 1-yard gain. And now look what happens. You've got 3rd and 6. Good effort by their defense that time. Nice play on the edge. Hicks among the tacklers over there, along with number 31, T.J. Limehouse.
Yeah, he made a great play, fought off a block and made that tackle.
3rd and 6 at the 36-yard line. 5:50 left to go in the game. Clock ticking down. Tyler up 4. They could use this first down in a big way. Near hash. 3 receivers. Hand the ball off to Russell. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Tries to spin out of it. No way. 3-4 guys tackle him. And the Apaches, very unimaginative play calling that time. But again, not trying to, wanting to, I don't think they trust their downfield passing game right now. It's 4th down and 9. They try to keep it on the ground. And they're trusting their defense to try to win this ball game for them. It's 4th and 9. And Dunlop, who the last 3 times he's punted, Kevin, has barely gotten the punt away.
Yeah, and that 5-yard penalty blew up that possession for the Apaches. That would be forced to punt.
And standing at the 20-yard line, look out here. They know they can block a punt, and they're going to come after this one, and he got it away. An end-over-end kick that will be caught and dropped and picked up. The Apaches overrun the coverage. And upfield to the 50-yard line into Tyler territory. They still don't have him on the ground, and he's going the distance to take the lead. There's a flag down. Williams just went 70 on a punt return for the touchdown. The Apaches overran him when he dropped the ball. He picked it up and runs it for a touchdown, but there's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, I think the touchdown stands. It'll be a sideline warning against the Broncos, but the touchdown should stand. Just poor coverage by the Apaches. As you mentioned, they just overran him.
Well, let's see. The officials are talking about it. Williams just ran the punt back for a score, and the Apache punt coverage was atrocious that time. Just a bad play.
Well, personal foul.
Personal foul against Tyler Junior College. The touchdown will stand, and they're now up 16-14. Boy, Tyler special teams have hurt them. They take the lead over the Apaches with 4:46 to go.
Yeah, it's just been that kind of day. Again, as you mentioned, they struggled with special teams here throughout the day, and boy, they overran it, and that cost them heavily. They didn't have much offense, but a punt return, a big punt return when they needed it.
Wow. And you can almost feel something.
Yeah,
you can you feel like they were going to have a hard time killing the clock here, and that little 5-yard penalty on a 2nd and 2 just was a killer penalty. Little things like that for the last 2.5 weeks have really, really hurt Tyler. And here's the extra point, and it's up, and this is a 3-point ball game. Point after, good. 4:46 left, and New Mexico Military, for the first time today, leads the game 17-14 on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
Hello, fans. This is Randy Grooms with Citizens First Bank here in Tyler. Have you ever wondered where to start when getting ready to purchase that new home or commercial property? Or how to refinance an existing home or business loan? At Citizens First Bank, we specialize in dealing with people like you, helping to simplify the loan process. We will work with you to find the loan product that best fits your personal or business needs and follow through to a prompt closing. Give us a call first at Citizens First, 581-1900, and come see what it's like to bank with the only A-plus rated bank in East Texas, where we always service the loans we make.
Citizens First Bank on the Southeast Loop in Tyler. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and on the web at citizensfirstbank.com.
92.1 FM, The Team.
Punt return by T.J. Williams plus the personal foul against the Apaches. That means the Broncos not only have a 17-14 lead, but they will kick off at the 50-yard line with 4:46 to go.
Plenty of time with the Apaches. Again, they have all 3 timeouts, 4 minutes and 46 seconds, but they have to be consistent on offense, which is something they haven't been all day.
They had a second down, moving the ball, 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line, and then a motion penalty. Randon Haynes jumped into the neutral zone. 2nd and 7, they couldn't overcome it. And the kickoff is a pop-up high and left, taken by Thomas at the 17-yard line. And that's where the Apaches will start. They don't need a touchdown. They need a field goal. A touchdown would be nice, though, to give them the lead. But again, this Apache offense has not been the same in the last 3 weeks. So you feel like at the moment they're certainly capable of it, but right now it feels like an uphill battle, even getting a field goal.
Yeah, and that's why I said they needed to score something the last time they had the ball. It's just an uneasiness with this team and in the stadium, and just one big play by their special teams turned the game around.
1st and 10 Apaches at their own 17-yard line, 4:46 to go. Smith in the backfield. They have a 4 wide receiver set without a tight end this time. And the Apaches now down for the first time today. Gerber's going to throw the quick pitch upfield to the 21-yard line and completes the pass to Bell. That's been their best pass play today, a 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6 on that shortstop route.
They've been pretty careful with Gerber, not throwing a lot of passes downfield.
Problem is they may have to now.
Eventually they will.
They're going to have to stretch the field. 2nd down and 6 at the 21-yard line. Smith in the backfield, fake the handoff to him, throw that ball upfield, same play, pitch and catch, caught, 30-yard line, 1st down, Joseph Ward with a catch. A 1st down pitch to the Apache sophomore wide receiver, and it's a 1st down for TJC.
And they have to get the ball in Ward's hands.
So TJC with the fresh set of downs. 4 wide receiver set again. Short pitch upfield. That ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. Same play. This time intended for Wiley, but he was tipped at the line of scrimmage. And ricochets incomplete, 2nd down.
Fired that one in there and too hot to handle, but I think you're right. It may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage.
I think it was. 2nd down and 10 at the 30. We're down to 4:07 to go in the game. 1 back, 4 wides. Throw it upfield. Cameron High caught at the 35. Picked up 5, tackled immediately. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Apaches. The Apaches just don't have the ability right now to get the deep ball. Right. 3rd down, 3rd and 4 at the 36-yard line. Can they afford even to give the ball back to these guys? Snap the football. Not much of a rush. He's got time. Gerber finally hit as he throws downfield. Ward is there, and it's tipped away. Oh, my goodness. That was Terrell Wiley, and for a moment he was open, but a really nice play by one of the secondary members for the New Mexico Military Broncos to knock that pass away. Excellent work by the Broncos secondary. It's 4th and 4.
Yeah, it looks like the Apaches will go ahead and punt it away. I think for a second they thought about it. Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I think they thought about it.
I don't think that this Frampton kid has had them guessing. I'm wondering if they'll get the ball back.
Well, and they need to think about faking it here.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you. I'm not sure if you punt it away here.
I don't know that they can afford to give this ball back to these guys. 4th and 4. They go for the block, and it's a nice kick out of there by Dunlop, and it'll be fair caught at the 21-yard line by the kid who ran it back, T.J. Williams, who ran the last one back 70 yards for the touchdown. And it'll be their ball at the 21-yard line. Now the question is, can the Apaches get the ball back? The Broncos don't have that big, high-powered, quick strike offense, but they've been running the ball on Tyler pretty well today.
Right.
And this Frampton kid who came in for the injured Brandon Purdue is an option quarterback, and they have guessed wrong more often than not when he's had the ball.
More of a threat to run the football, and that is to put the Apaches in a bind defensively.
They get a couple of 1st downs, then the Apaches start having to burn their timeouts. 17-14 the lead by New Mexico Military at their own 22. Hand the ball off to Jalen Jackson. Jackson cuts it upfield against the grain, gets it to the 25, and several Apaches meet him as he goes back across the field, led by Fletcher. That's a gain of 4 yards. Check that, 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Connor calls a timeout. 3:22 left to go in the ball game. We'll take a 30-second break. 17-14, the Broncos lead the Apaches. Back in 30 seconds on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
Your search for a home loan should start and end with Guild Mortgage, the Holyfield Group. Tom Holyfield has served East Texans and their mortgage needs for over 20 years. Guild Mortgage is located at 1300 Hollyburg Drive in Lakeview, Texas, 75605, and 6775 Old Jacksonville Highway, Suite 2 in Tyler, Texas, 75703. They're on the web at tomholyfield.com. Equal housing lender. Company NMLS number 3274. Tom Holyfield, NMLS number 210861.
92.1 FM, the Team.
That turns out to be about a 4-yard gain to the 26. It'll be second down and 6. 3:22 left to go. Tyler has 2 timeouts left. They're down 17-14. Winless New Mexico Military trying to pull off the upset here today against an Apache team trying not to be 0-3 in the last 3 weeks. Man goes in motion, and the quarterback's going to run. He's been good when he's done that today. This time they get him after a 2-yard gain. Tyler strung him out that time, and Rampton is taken down by Hogue and Bird, who's been very impressive today. Now it's a 3rd down and 5 and another timeout call with 3:13 left to play. And we'll take a quick break. We need to catch up on commercials, so let's do it now. Tyler trails by 3, 4th quarter, back in 30 seconds. 92.1 FM, the Team Sports.
Hi, John Bass from Major's Pharmacy. Woo, son, come see us at Major's Pharmacy, because, brother, they got it all. When you don't feel well and need a prescription filled quickly, the chain pharmacies will make you wait. Major's Pharmacy won't. Bring your prescription to Major's Pharmacy, and in most cases, they'll fill it and have you on your way in 15 minutes or less. Major's Pharmacy accepts most major insurance plans. Major's Pharmacy, South Broadway at Shelley Drive, across from Wagner Cadillac, and online at majorspharmacy.com.
92.1 FM, the Team.
3:13 left to go. 17-14 New Mexico Military, 3rd down and 5 at their own 27-yard line.
Biggest play up to this point for the Apache defense.
They lead Tyler by 3. The punt return by Williams gave him the lead. They've scored only 1 offensive touchdown today. The Tyler special teams have not been good today. And it is a 3rd down. And a big play for the Apaches. Need to get the ball back here. Let's see if they can. Running back in the backfield, 3rd down. They pitch it to the near side. Brandon Johnson swings it out and makes the play on Jackson. Back at the 20-yard line. Outstanding play by Brandon Johnson, the Tyler safety, on Jalen Jackson. And now the Broncos will have to punt with 3:02 to go. Yeah, so Tyler will get another opportunity.
They will. I'm not sure what they're doing. I guess they called the last time out. They do, and they'll be forced to punt.
So the Apaches trying to save as much time as possible for their offense. They burned their last timeout. Was that the right thing to do?
Yeah, I think you go ahead and call a timeout there, and that's a nice job by the defense. Again, they came up big, putting some tough spots today by their offense. Haven't gotten a whole lot of help by the Apache offense, but now it's time for the offense to shine.
Apache offense hasn't gotten much done here in the second half. They led 14-7 at the half. Fuller's 3-yard run and a 38-yard pass to Justin Bailey. And the Apaches led by 7 at the half. Broncos kicked a field goal in the 3rd quarter and a long punt return in the 4th to give them the lead. Will the Apaches go for the block here? Rose is back in punt formation.
Punt safe. No need to go and risk that. Just punt safe and try to return.
All right, here's the snap. Kick is away. It's a wobbly kick. Should be great field position. It goes out of bounds along the near side at the 44-yard line of New Mexico Military. Not a great punt at all, and it goes out of bounds, and Tyler has great field position. They're out of timeouts with 2:55 to go, but they've got great field position at the New Mexico Military 43-yard line, Kevin Son.
Yeah, absolutely what they needed. And again, offensively, they have to put it together here. Again, they've been spotty at best throughout the game. Now's the time to get it all together.
A touchdown possibly wins it. A field goal might send it to overtime. And boy, do the Apaches need a win. Gerber has Russell in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side, the short side of the field, and 1 to the right. 1st and 10 at the New Mexico Military 43-yard line. Bubble screen Wiley. They've tried to live off that today. Wiley put the ball on the ground, and they recover, and they may win the game. Wiley left the ball behind. He had a nice gain inside the 40 and dropped the ball. And New Mexico Military recovers, and chances are they win the game. And still 2:48 to go, but Wiley fumbles the ball. He had a nice run going, too, and dropped the ball at the 39-yard line. And, boy, the Apaches have seen this season go in a direction that they did not want it to go. They had first down at the 43-yard line. They had a bubble screen pass that was gaining yardage to Terrell Wiley, and he fumbles it away, and New Mexico Military takes over at the 39. The Apaches are out of timeouts. One first down probably wins the game here. And they hand the ball off, and Poulard into the Tiger secondary, picks up 8 on first down. Out to about the 47, maybe the 48-yard line.
Pollard on the carry.
Wow, so it's a gain of 8. It'll be second down. Kevin is headed down on the field. It will not be a happy postgame show if indeed the Apaches don't come back and win this game. Fans staying right with them. You can hear them playing in the background, but the Apaches have to be disheartened right now. Out of timeouts. 2:15 to go. 12 on the play clock. Frampton, their backup quarterback for the injured Purdue, has done a nice job. Second down and 2 at the 47-yard line. Snap the football. Poulard hit at the line of scrimmage. The Apaches stack him up at the 46. He lost yardage. Good job by the Apache defensive line. And so it'll be a third down coming up. Third down at about 3. Third down and about 3 coming up here as we wind down this football game. And Kevin Harden again about to head down on the field as the Apache defense trying to make one more opportunity for its offense. We're down to 1:29 left, 9 on the play clock. Third down and 3 at the 46-yard line. If they convert this, they probably run out the clock. And the ball off, and Wheatley is all over the ball carrier. And it'll be fourth down. Good job that time by Devontae Wheatley as he swallows up the New Mexico Military running back for a loss back to the 45-yard line. We're down to 1:04, 25 on the play clock. So they will not have to snap the football even on a punt until there's about 40 seconds left in the game. And now the Apaches may have to go for the block if indeed it comes down to that. The New Mexico Military team lets the play clock wind down to 3, down to 2, down to 1, and they will take a timeout, I believe, or take the penalty. And they use a timeout with 38 seconds left. They will punt it to the Apaches. So TJC will get the ball back. Not much time left. And do you go for the block here, or do you try to set up a return for Ethan Rose? All Tyler needs is a field goal. Wiley fumbled the ball when Tyler got the ball at the 43-yard line first play, and the TJC wide receiver trying to make a big play left the ball on the ground and gave it right back to him. Tyler's defense has given them one last opportunity here by holding New Mexico Military on a 3-and-out. And the Apache season hanging in the balance here perhaps as they retreat to punt the ball away. Ethan Rose standing at the 20-yard line. 38 seconds left. And will the Apaches go for the block here? Well, they almost got the block, but the punt is rooted out of there. It'll bounce at the 25-yard line and be down there with 30 seconds left. Tyler went after it, but couldn't get there. Ladarian Hudson came close. And so the Apaches take over the 25-yard line. No timeouts. They need a field goal to send this game to overtime, and they've already had one of their field goals hit the crossbar, hit the upright today. So just not a lot of confidence right now in this offense. They have struggled since the second half of the Navarra game, and now they got one last chance to make a miracle. 17-14, the Broncos lead the Apaches. We're down to 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From their own 25-yard line, Gerber, 3-man rush, steps up, hit as he throws. The ball ricochets out of there, incomplete. They were all over it. Didn't get much blocking that time. Kevin Simon, are you on the field? Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I'm in place. We'll see what happens. But the Apaches have to put something together, obviously.
Yeah, they do. They need to come your way, as a matter of fact, and do it rapidly. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. 26 seconds left in the game. Empty backfield. Back to pass. 3-man rush. Gerber steps up. He's looking to throw upfield. Finds Bell at the 35. Tackled immediately And the Apaches are out of timeout. They got to hurry. Down to 15, down to 14. It was a first down. That really doesn't matter. The Apaches have to put the ball on the ground with 9, with 8, snap the football, and spike it with 8 seconds left to go. And the Apaches might have time for one more play. The officials bobbled the ball, and that cost the Apaches a couple of seconds. But the way this thing is unfolded today, I don't know that it would have mattered, really, Kevin.
Yeah, it's just been that kind of day, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Defense played well enough, gave the offense some opportunities. They just didn't execute.
The officials are talking it over. It wouldn't surprise me if they put 2 seconds back on the clock. When they were exchanging the ball and getting it back, their linesman, one of their officials dropped the ball. That cost Tyler a couple of seconds before they could clock it. I'm wondering if they won't actually put a couple of seconds back on their own ticker.
18 seconds.
Yeah. I put 18 seconds on the game clock. Okay. That's a big difference.
That is a big difference. Huge break for the Apaches.
All right, 18 seconds on the clock, and they will start the clock here momentarily. And they start the clock. Back to pass. Stepping up, Gerber now scrambles. He's been on the run all day long. Throws it upfield and completes the pass to Bailey at the 46, maybe the 47-yard line. He gets out of bounds with 10 seconds left to go.
Good job at Bailey to come back to the ball and get out of bounds.
Joseph Ward is the Apaches' best deep threat. It's first down at the 46-yard line with 10 seconds left. Empty backfield, 5 wide set. Back to pass, 3-man rush. Gerber upfield throws that ball, and they tackle him inbounds. And that'll probably end the game. Down to 1 second, that'll do it. They complete the pass to Ward inbounds, and the game ends, and the Apaches have lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, to a team that hadn't won a conference game, so that gives you an idea where the Apaches are mentally.
Yeah. And, boy, really, they took a beating. This has to be a really, really difficult loss for Tyler Junior College. They got to number 2 in the nation, then lost to Navarra. And this was a bitter, bitter blow today for the Apaches. Winless in conference play, New Mexico Military comes into Rose Stadium and beats Tyler 17-14. The players shake hands. And the Tyler offense just has really struggled in the last 2.5 ball games. And we'll see what happens against Kilgore next week. Anything can happen that might put Tyler back in this race, but this is a bitter pill to swallow. Go ahead.
All right, Coach. It's a tough one to put in the words, but I'll give you a shot to do that.
Yeah, we didn't play well offensively. We didn't make third down conversions. They played well. They played hard. They ran the ball well. They, in turn, they made some third down conversions and kept the ball, kept the clock. We didn't play very well offensively, and our players know that, and I know that, and that's the head coach's fault. So we got to take blame. We just weren't a good football team again today, and very poor on offense.
During the week, did you feel like you were prepared enough? The team felt pretty good coming into this game. How did you feel during the week?
Yeah, we felt really good, even after the last loss. Practiced hard, prepared well. We didn't execute today. And Nick struggled a little bit, but he's our quarterback for the rest of the year.
Coach, last question. How do you get it turned around after 3 straight losses?
Win the next one.
Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck next week.
Yeah, that's simple as that. Beat Kilgore, and maybe things change. But that's going to be a tough chore next week. It's homecoming here, so there'll be a lot of emotion wrapped up in that ball game. But, well, I'll tell you what, it's been just a remarkable turn of events for the last 2.5 weeks. From 24-0 late first quarter, or late second quarter, 2 weeks ago against Navarra to this. A lot of soul searching has to go on now.
It's going to be a tough week, and Danny's probably going to have to do a whole lot of his coaching staff, and they're going to have to do a whole lot of coaching this week. But it's, again, our team was on a roll before that second half against Navarra. And to be honest, you know this, I'm not breaking any news. They have yet to recover from that second half.
Yep, absolutely. So the Apaches fall today to New Mexico Military, 17-14. Give the Broncos credit. They come into Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium and beat Tyler. A long punt return proved to be the difference in the game, and the Apaches just couldn't generate enough offense to win. So Tyler Junior College loses 17-14 on a Saturday afternoon that the Apaches would like to forget. Back in a moment on 92.1 FM, the Team Sports Radio.
So, the only thing